All right, welcome everybody to a special episode of the Draft Degenerates podcast. It's Epic Mock 26 with the Draft Professor group. We're going to be a part of it as the Chargers specifically, which I know my Raiders fans that are my co-hosts really love that. Dalton, Jake, I'm sure you guys are just rearing to go to get these Chargers where they need to go, which would be well above the Raiders at this point. But still,
it's all good. I'm bolted up. I'm officially bolted up for tonight.
He is bolted up, which I'm going to let you all decide what that means. But
I got my powder blue on,
yep.
Powder blue and gold, and even the hat is actually an homage to a past mascot of the Chargers. For those of you that remember the San Diego Chicken from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
The San Diego Chicken.
Well,
way better than Boltman.
Well, yeah, Boltman's honestly lives in my nightmares. I'm not going to lie. I don't love that man. But as a Steelers fan, I have no dog in this fight. But I am going to also do my best to make the Chargers as good as we can with this mock. And what it's going to be, and I'll let Dalton kind of talk more specifically about it. But today is day one, and it's going to be like the actual draft where there's going to be 3 days starting tonight. Going through the first round with day one, day two, and day two, rounds 2 and 3 tomorrow, and then Saturday. Probably not going to be doing anything, video wise, but we will be finishing up the draft then on day 3 coming up on Saturday. So, Dalton, why don't you kind of give more of the details of what we're going to be doing here?
Yeah. So, basically, the way this is going to work is we are drafting for the Chargers. There are 31 other podcasts also going on at the same time that are having war rooms just like this, where they are each controlling a team. If for trades, teams communicate with each other. The picks will be announced on the Draft Professor's show, Mrs. Irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just like the NFL draft. We get 8 minutes on the clock when we're up. Tonight is round 1. Tomorrow night will be 2 and 3. And Saturday will be rounds 4 through 7.
Yep.
If you want to see our picks for day 3, just watch the main show.
Yeah, they'll be shouting them out. Yeah,
but team, we're already in communication with their shows about possible trades. One trade has already been made. We got a blockbuster trade. The Titans have traded Will Levis and the 225th pick to the Jets for 179. So as you can see, pretty realistic. I mean, back into the roster, quarterbacks getting traded for day 3 picks.
Day 3
very
swaps,
normal.
even.
Yeah, day 3 pick swaps. God, how far Will Levis has fallen. So
yeah, yeah. I remember the Houston pick 2 days before the draft. I remember those conversations, but
still might be the best quarterback on the Jets roster, though.
Hey, Geno Smith, Will Levis QB battle would feed some families, not most.
Don't forget Justin Fields.
He doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately.
That is one of the quarterback rooms of all time.
It's one of them.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna throw Ty Simpson into the mix, probably.
They would be the team to do that, which.
I mean, they almost have to, which is the sad thing.
I mean, they have 3 first-round picks next year, man. If there's any good quarterbacks, you think they can get one of them, hopefully. You know what I mean? So, hopefully they don't feel like they have to do that. But then again, that whole front office and coaching staff might be coaching/drafting for their jobs. So maybe you do have to take a quarterback just to bide yourself some time. But
also, if you're just trotting out Geno Smith and Will Levis this year, you're just pissing on your fan base.
In that situation, where that trade just happened is real. That would be again one of the QB. I don't even know if it would be a QB battle. I think they'd still just stick Geno out there, and Will Levis would just be the backup. But that would be one of the quarterback rooms of all time for sure, like you said, Jay.
I'm gonna have trouble forgetting that that's not a real trade that happened.
Oh, for sure, because it could happen. It could happen tonight, even. It might actually happen. Who knows? Maybe they'll see that they did that and they'll be like, you know what?
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. Maybe we should do that. I wouldn't put it past them.
But yeah, so draft kicks off tonight at 6:30 is when first team on the clock picks. However, I think the Raiders picks already actually been written in. I believe. They've already entered the Mendoza.
Wonder why that is. Draft starts at 2, baby.
Yeah, so draft starts at 2. We'll be up at 22. Tentatively, we'll be talking strategy here in a minute. That's kind of why we're on a little early. We're going to go through our big board here and kind of talk about a game plan. So you'll hear this is the closest thing that any of us will ever get to simulating an actual NFL war room.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I really, and again, we're going to be live during the entire thing, at least up until probably at least a little while after whenever we pick. If we do pick on day one, which that's another thing, we'll see. Kind of depends on a number of factors here when we get down to 22, but we'll be reacting to everything that's happening as well. And obviously, if you want to check out the war rooms that are picking, just kind of follow along with the Draft Professor and all those guys. They'll know what's going on. They'll have, who's picking where. You'll be able to see all those shows, but for here, we are going to be reacting to everything as well.
Yeah. Also, you can search hashtag EpicMock on EpicMock26 on Twitter. Will also get you.
Right. That will get you all the updates
Every
on
show.
what's going on. Yeah. So, but yeah, let's talk strategy a little bit. So, I did put together a tentative big board for day one specifically of guys who I think either will hopefully be there at 22, could be there at 22, could be potential like have to take if this is the only player left in that spot. We can't trade out type of players. I'm not going to put on the screen just because I want to keep that to ourselves a little bit. I don't want to be the team that leaks their draft board type of thing, which we see every year. But we can definitely talk about a lot of the names on there and just kind of where we're at with some of them. So obviously we've said it a couple times on some other shows since we have been, since we announced that we're doing this. The dream is Vega Yuan is there at 22. Do we think that's going to happen? I certainly don't.
We can pray.
Yeah, but that's the dream.
And the problem is with the Chargers lack of draft capital, and B, the fact that you just don't trade up for a guard. Like it's kind of at the mercy of the draft. So that's kind of why trading back's probably going to be the move, or has a lot of potential to be the move.
Yeah, that's at least probably going to be the goal that we may end up having. And that depends on who ends up being there too. Because this also is a player that I don't expect to be there, but I personally had Spencer Fano here because I think he'd be an awesome fit for McDaniel's run game scheme, especially could easily play guard for this team, maybe even center eventually. Like that would make a lot of sense for him from a play style and build perspective. He also just kind of, again, fits what Chargers are probably going to be trying to do, which is build up that offensive line. Maybe not as clean of a just like plug and play type of thing as Vega Ioane is, because I do think he's going to be the best player for them if he's there. But he would be an awesome backup option if he gets that far, which again I doubt, kind of. But.
Yeah, but if you watch Tuesday, we did a mock draft and it happened.
It did happen.
Yeah.
It was on the Draft Professor website, by the way. We should definitely check that out.
A lot of the people that we're mocking against have been on their show and using their site. So that is actually, I feel like it might be a decent indicator of what we might expect to see. So it'll be interesting. But looking at the board, obviously offensive and defensive linemen are probably the biggest needs for the Chargers.
Yeah.
So guys like McDonald, maybe Peter Woods could be options. Also, Chargers do just still need outside weapons.
They do. They could still use a playmaker of some kind for sure.
But like a true X, and that's kind of the tricky part, is who do you get to pair with what they already have in McConkey and Gadsden? I guess Quentin Johnston, but I don't really.
I guess.
I guess Trey Harris is still a part of it.
I think it all comes down to how you feel about Trey Harris, because I think it'd be a little early, but Denzel Boston is kind of everything they don't have at receiver.
Yeah.
But it's a little early for me personally. Not so much so that it's not possible that he would be the pick that I think makes the most sense at 22, depending on how the draft plays out. But a guy that profiles to me more as like a early second round type of player personally. But
what do you think, Jake?
Yeah. Where you at, Jake?
Yeah, I feel pretty much the same way. I do really like Akeem Mesidor. I think he's someone to watch. I'm not sure.
It's an interesting fit for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. How do we feel about Caden Proctor?
It's just
I like it a lot. But the problem is, I think he's more of a tackle, to be honest.
see, I'm still on the train of
Yeah.
him being a guard in the NFL.
I feel like he's a
it'd
little
be
more
good,
guard,
but
but
also with the I know it's like you don't want to always draft for like specific scheme fit, but like, is there a less Mike McDaniel offensive lineman than Caden Proctor? I don't know. Like, I don't dislike him as a player. Like in the range that the Chargers are drafting, I don't think I have a problem with taking him. Whether you believe he's a tackle or a guard, whichever one. But for the Chargers, I just don't know if it's the type that they would be targeting for what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, but I don't hate the idea. It's possible that he's the best like overall offensive lineman still on the board if the run on offensive lineman hits really hard. Especially guys who could play guard for them, right?
Yeah.
So that's the big thing too.
Yeah. Looking at some possible trade back options too. Like looking at guards. If we move down a little bit, Basantis becomes more of an option.
Yep.
I think that's somebody to keep an eye out for. I'm trying to think as far as guards go.
I mean, my top guard after Ioane is Pregnon, and also for this team, it would be. I think he was phenomenal in the zone scheme for Oregon. So he the scheme, but go ahead,
when would you guys feel comfortable with like a Keelan Rutledge? Like around what area?
Third-ish round, probably.
Third-ish.
Me too. Closer to the top of the third.
I feel the same. I've seen some first-round hype with him recently.
Yes. So like, from a predictive standpoint, from a predictive standpoint, probably closer to a second-round player, if I had to guess. Yeah. I just have questions about the pass protection a little bit.
Yeah.
The run game stuff is really fun, and he is definitely like he embodies everything that you want from an interior offensive lineman, which is nice. It's easy to buy into, but yeah, he's more of a third-round pick for me, I think.
Which honestly, would not hate that at all in the third round.
Right, yeah, if he still happens to be there, yeah.
And then, so what is our draft capital? So I know we got 55.
Yep.
And then
we have all of our original picks for the first 4 rounds, and then I think there's a 6th-round pick as well. That's gotcha. So I think it's just our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6.
Yeah, 22, 55, 86. 86 would be wonderful if Rutledge fell there. 55 would feel a little high for him.
Yeah.
But who knows? Our picks could end up looking very different by then anyways, if we end up moving around.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's possible.
I could also maybe 55 could be like if we want to move down like 10 or 15 picks for him or something, and then
to get a couple extra day 3 picks. Maybe.
That could be one to look at, but yeah, well, it might change a lot. So,
what would you guys prefer? A move down in the first to get like a couple day 3 picks, or a move back into like the early second round and get like another day 2 pick?
If the board is not very good for 22, then I think I'd be fine moving all the way into the second round and getting the extra day 2 pick. Because I feel like at that point, so many of the players that could go, especially for the types of players that we're probably going to want to target, like an edge rusher or even a receiver or a guard, even like we talked, like one of the top guards that aren't
2 first-round picks would be nice.
Yeah, like having those would be more valuable than just picking up a couple extra day 3 picks to still have to decide between 4 guys who are like, yeah, I could take them here, but there's 4 other guys I could take here too. Like, it's nice.
And a lot of those like late first, early to like mid second round guys, I kind of feel the same about. Like it's not really a drastic difference. So the only worry I have is I worry that a lot of GMs might want to trade down. So I don't know what that market will look
Everybody
like.
wants to trade down. Yeah. Everybody wants to trade down. That's the thing. Yeah. But if we can't do it, we can't do it. But if we can, I'd want to move into probably like the early second, ideally.
Yeah. And that's part of the problem too. I feel like everybody that's going to want to trade up wants to trade up in teens.
Yeah, to get one of the
22 is a little really
like.
Yeah, because like if one of the 3 Ohio State defensive guys falls out of the top 10, there's going to be a mad rush to move up. Or if Delane falls, or some of the offensive linemen, or Jeremiah Love at this point.
At this point. I'm fascinated to see where he goes in this.
Yeah. He's very intriguing for
him and Caleb Downs. Those two I'm very very intrigued by.
Because positional, it really does come down to what do you think of positional value?
Yeah. A name that I want to throw out here because I think this worth talking about because we talked about weapons, not the type of weapon necessarily that they desperately need, but I think he's just a good enough player to consider is Kenyon Sadiq at 22. If he's there, good chance that it's a BPA pick at that point. But again, not the biggest need that they have by any means, but would add a lot of juice to that receiving core.
That could also work out, even if we don't want to. I would strongly think about taking him there, but that could also be a trade back spot. If somebody does fall, that could really.
You're muted, just so you know, Dalton.
Who was that?
Sadiq.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. I think if Sadiq's there, you almost kind of have to pull the trigger.
Yeah, unless the team is willing to give up a good bit to come up and grab him, then I think that could be a BPA pick, which I'm always going to be down for generally. That's kind of how I am about stuff. I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on the non-McCoy Delane corners for this team because I think 22 is a little rich for most of them. I like Hood a lot. I think we all liked Hood a good bit, if I'm not mistaken, from our corner show. But 22 feels like it might be pushing it for him.
Hood's 22 is right where Hood would start to be.
Right. It's at least starting to be okay, now the other corners start becoming a conversation.
Yeah.
Even Chris Johnson, who I think would actually be maybe a better actual fit for this scheme with the way that they prioritize zone coverage. But 22 feels, even for someone who likes him a lot, I think maybe – did all of us have pretty decent grade on him, if I'm not mistaken?
I was late first.
Yeah. So it's possible that he would be in consideration, but that might be more of a trade back and take situation, especially for him. So, that's kind of – I wanted to kind of feel I wanted to see how you guys felt about that too.
Yeah, I think he's probably, looking at our board – he's probably 5 or I'd say looking at the guys here, I think Ione, Fano.
Yep.
And then, I think for sure if Sadiq's there. But I think after that, we look defensive tackle maybe, but if not, I'm kind of looking at, I think Hood would make sense as probably maybe a 7th guy down on the board, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it feels a little bit high, but I really like Hood, so I wouldn't be complaining. And I think there's a chance we find ourselves in a spot where if we aren't able to trade back, then if we got to stick and select somebody, I would not be mad if it was Hood.
I don't expect this to be a scenario. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Don.
Scheme fit, I think he'd be all right too.
He'd be all right. I think Johnson is a more natural fit because of his just zone coverage, specifically being his strong suit. But either one, I think, would be totally fine for them. I don't expect him to be there, but how do we feel about the possibility of the Eneman at 22 if he's on the board?
I don't hate it.
I mean, I think he's worth taking at that spot.
Yeah, that's a good range for him because it's lower than – I think all of us were a little bit lower on him than the consensus is at this point, where most people have him at worst going to the Vikings at 18, if not earlier than that. So I think the value would be good. And also we talked about Derwin James plays for this team, but is really the slot guy, the slot defender for them most of the time. Their actual safety room, Molden's played good. Elijah Molden talking about 22% is 4 or however old he is, and on a minimum deal, you kind of need other safeties potentially.
My worry is that I don't know if he would be more of a replacement for Molden than I feel like he would be for Jefferson is kind of my only concern with Thieneman.
Maybe,
Chargers.
yeah, but at the same time, though,
we got to pick.
Yeah. Oh, do we have one?
David Bailey, second overall.
So he goes second. Okay, I thought
David Bailey.
Wow,
second overall.
Okay, not for me. So I'm gonna say wouldn't be my second overall pick. I get it. It seems like that's the betting favorite right now, by the way, which is fascinating to me. But I would not be me personally. I think you guys agree, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah.
This would be. I know the scheme aspect of it is playing a part for some people, but would this not be Bane for all three of us? Probably.
It would be for me.
Yeah, or Reese, one of those two, probably.
Yeah.
If you're looking more of like the fit perspective, maybe Reese is like more of a natural fit for what they want. But like one of those two, I don't think Bailey should be considered here, frankly. But
yeah.
Well, not to poo-poo on the Jets, right away. But that's I wouldn't have done that personally.
The Jets pick.
Yeah, Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah, they were Bailey.
Oh, the Jets took Bailey. My fault. Yeah.
So that makes it interesting though, because if you're the Cardinals, since they're up next year, like, do you take Reese, or do you go offensive line this early? I'm not sure.
Not sure, but I did just see a thing on that chart. It looked
like Reese.
Our friend Jade, old podcast co-host on the gambling show, JT. It looks like he is messaging in the draft board for Jim, the host of the Draft Professor show, to come to Greg's podcast. So I'm not sure who Greg is. That's the Cowboys. So I'm wondering if we're about to see some type of Cowboys-Bucks trade.
That would be fun.
I want to know what that is. What does that mean?
Maybe they're hoping that, or maybe JT wants a particular edge and is thinking he might be there at 12, or hoping someone else falls there, like maybe a certain linebacker. I don't think he'll make it to 12, but I don't know. That's an interesting one to consider.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I don't know. So I'm sorry, you guys were talking about what the Cardinals would do?
Yeah.
I think it has to be Reese here.
Yeah, the upside. This is a player that even if I have a little bit of question marks about him overall, the upside here is really, really high, obviously. And if you're the Cardinals picking at 3 in this draft, like, you kind of want to do that. I would still have Bane ranked higher as a true edge, and I would not have a problem with them doing that. But I would guess that in this situation, if Bailey's at 2, I think Reese is off the board at 3.
Yeah.
Trade.
Trade.
Cardinals put we had a trade in the.
We had a trade.
Oh.
Maybe that was the Cowboys thing.
Yes, Dallas moving up to 3.
That's
a conversation that's been happening though recently. If you saw, like, there's been thoughts about that, but it was in real life it'd be for Bailey. Apparently, that was reporting. This would probably be Reese then trying to do the Parsons thing a second time,
which is hilarious because
I know.
Then just don't trade.
Oh no, it says Giants and Cards.
Ew.
That's what someone just said.
So the Giants moved up a spot?
2 spots it would be.
2 spots.
But for who?
Yeah, who are they?
Styles?
Oh, what happened to does the pick sheet look weird to you guys now?
I'm not looking at it right now, but.
Okay. I don't know if my laptop was glitching.
No, it's looking weird.
They must just be working on it. But,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what's happening. See, it's Giants and Cards.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would it be for Styles?
I'm gonna mute real quick.
Okay. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Though with that,
I'm trying to think.
Love at 3 to bypass.
No,
the Titans?
There's no way they're trading up for.
You would think not, but I mean, this is again where this is 32. shows coming together. Like, who knows what people might think
true.
about Love, and like,
True.
and I'm not, not trying to shade anyone in that sense, but like, it's either you'd think it's either Love or Styles, right? He's not going to take Reese, I don't think, unless they view him as an off-ball linebacker mostly. Because you don't need any more edge room or edge help.
Yeah, I would think so.
That is fascinating.
I wonder
it looks like it's
5.
So I don't know the pick,
time,
but I know the compensation.
Yeah, 3 for what?
The compensation was 3 for 5 and 186 and next year's number 2. Or next year's second.
That's
so they gave up a second next year and 186. That's like what, a 5th round pick to move up 2 spots?
Might be. Is that a 6th round pick at that point?
Yeah, maybe 6th. Yeah, 6th.
And they in the chat they're saying
it's Sonny. That's Sonny.
Wow,
that makes sense.
That's fascinating to me. Like I understand, but like, man, not only taking a linebacker from top 5, but trading up to get one in this with a 2nd round pick next year.
Bold.
That's aggressive.
If you feel like you got your guy at quarterback, and do you feel like you have some pieces in place to win now? I mean, Sonny Styles is a guy that makes your defense have the potential to be a top 15, top 10 defense perennially for the next 5 to 10 years.
That's the hope for sure. I just, again, like, my whole thing with linebacker at the end of the day is like not even so much a positional value aspect, but just the fact that sometimes even guys that are as freaky as Styles, they just take some time.
I think so. But they're also not competing like this year or next year.
I mean, I don't think they are, but I think they are. And so, like, if this was the Giants actually doing this, obviously, like, I would have questions about giving up draft capital for this, because I also don't know if you'd even have to do it realistically, because I don't know if he goes to the Cards at 3. And I think Love is the pick at this point at 4 until he's not, kind of. So there's that question. But I get, like, in this scenario, if this is your guy, go get him. Go get him.
Yeah, I think, I wonder if they just,
Herba era starting off with punting draft capital.
What's that?
In the draft professor chat, the Harbaugh era starting off with punting on draft capital. That's funny. No, like, I really love Sonny Styles, but it is tough to give up a high day 2 pick next year to move up 2 spots to make sure you get him. Like, I don't know. That's the only problem with it a little bit for me. But I get it.
Yeah. As someone that has Sonny Styles number 1 on their big board,
you especially, like, he's probably going to be closer to 5 or 6 for me. I haven't decided yet, but I get the premise of it, though. Yeah, I do.
Like I said, my comp is Brian Urlacher, I think.
Yeah, and if you can get that, that's really sick, obviously. But it's going to be interesting.
But even so, I don't know if, like, even like looking back, I don't know if I take Brian Urlacher high. I don't know if I trade up to take him 3.
That's really my biggest. Like, if they sat there and took him at 5, I'd be like, all right, like, I get it, because you did bring in Edmonds, so he doesn't have to be the guy right away, like, running the show and doing everything. So, like, it would make some sense. But I think moving up in the situation like they did for this mock, that's where you start to get, like, that could just get very scary fast. If he's not, like, really good, immediately you might start getting a lot of, like, questions asked, basically.
Yeah.
But awesome player, obviously, though. So it's Titans are sending the card in 1 sec. Do we think that this is consensus with what we think and it's Love, or do we think they go away from that? Because I'm curious about that.
I think it's got to be Love.
I would guess that it's either him or maybe they take Reese because he's still there.
I was thinking, if you were the Titans in this situation, would you look to trade back since Reese is still there, or do you think?
Oh man, I wonder who.
Just for shits and giggles.
Who comes up though? I guess to take either Reese or.
I would probably just stick and take Love. I think.
Yeah, I think.
Even though it's at 4.
I don't know what to do with the whole Love to Tennessee thing, man.
Oh, it's Love, yeah.
Is it Love? Okay.
I just don't get it.
I love the player, but like it just feels like the Raiders last year, man. Like it's just
that's the thing.
And you guys know, like Ashton Jeanty is probably going to be awesome in like 2 years now, but you drafted him 6th overall, and you're paying him like a top 10 running back right now.
Yeah,
and he might not have the chance to be a top 10 running back until like next year.
Back in hindsight, though, I don't think that was a bad move. I think the way that they tried to build it around him, like with the offensive line coach,
but like, would you? Let me ask you a question, Jake, real quick.
I understand drafting a running back this high if you think he's that good. Pretty much.
Yeah, but I get like you have to have the structure in place, and I don't know if they've done the work required to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. But let me ask you something, both of you. If I told you right now that you could go back in time and draft Armand Membu at 6 instead of Ashton Jeanty, would you not do it? With what he did as a rookie already?
Probably, but like
and the need attack, like realistically,
I probably would, but I think it's close. I think it's a closer decision than because I still think Jeanty can be really, really good.
Well, it's not about Jeanty. That's my thing. It's not about like how good or not he is. That's my concern, kind of.
Because here's my thing: if Miller and JPJ don't get hurt, and Brennan Carroll is not the offensive line coach, and Chip Kelly is not the offensive. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. If everything was different about the Raiders,
but that's kind of my problem.
We lost.
Dalton might need to reset, but that's kind of my point. Jake is like,
no, I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry, go ahead. Dalton.
Okay, I'm back. So my point is, if Miller and JPJ don't get hurt, and Brennan Carroll is not the offensive line coach, and Chip Kelly is not the offensive coordinator, that pick, I think, looks a lot different.
It does, but the problem is that all those things were true. Like, if you could go back and change all of those
things when you make that pick, you don't.
I understand.
You don't know that your son is at Brennan. That if you're Pete Carroll, you don't know that your son is a complete moron, or if you do, you're in denial of it.
Right, and like
probably
I understand at the time. Like even I at the time was like, I get it because this is an awesome player. And I did think if the offensive line was healthy and coached by an actual adult person, they might have been able to actually get this to work even last year. But again, you'd have to change everything about what the Raiders did to make the pick work. And it's still not about whether Ashton Jeanty was worth taking there. It's the fact that the Raiders did it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's ultimately the thing that sucks. Is like now if you would have taken Membu, this offensive line is gonna now you wouldn't have Jeanty, but you'd have the opportunity to find a running back who could step in and be awesome for you because you have an offensive line in place now. Like, or, whoever you'd want to take, in that range. Yeah. But that was my thing. I think what's up? Oh,
we got to pick Ruben Bain
to the Cardinals. I love that.
Yeah. That's
moving back from 3 to get a second next year and getting Ruben Bain, that fucking rocks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's an awesome way to kick your draft off. Like,
and Reese is still on the board.
Yeah, he's still on the board. Oh, that's going to be fun. Is he going to be a commander? I don't think the Browns are going to take him. That'd be interesting, but maybe they would. I don't know. That is fascinating.
Well, that is a haul for them.
It is. Who's drafting for them? I'll have to check them out after this because that is a solid way to start off your epic mock. I'll say that much. Wow. Okay. So Bain. I think for all of us, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, maybe things have shifted around, but number one edge for I think all three of us, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So getting him here, that's awesome.
Yeah. Also, just got a follow from the Steelers guy, the guy drafting for the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we're going to be getting a message later, but I'm
going to move up one singular pick.
Yeah, I don't know why they would. Yeah,
maybe just following you because following you. Like I think I followed a lot of the guys that are in this last year because I was. I told Dalton this. I accidentally was. I think not accidentally. I didn't realize it. I think I was in this last year, and I was helping with the Bears mock. So, that was funny. But I'm pretty sure I did follow a lot of the guys that are doing Epic Month this year. But yeah, so again, the Bane pick. Oh, by the way, so with the Browns up next, I guess it comes down to receiver or tackle, right? Still, probably like whatever you want to do between those two.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be tackle.
I think so too. I think that makes more sense for
Francis
them.
here.
Yeah, Maui Noah, Fano. I'm okay with either one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, you have enough holes in the offensive line if you're the Browns. So, like, even if Maui Noah eventually has to move inside, you're gonna have space for him.
I've warmed up to the idea of him being a tackle over time.
Yeah.
I think he's good enough. I do think his ultimate potential would be higher at guard, but I don't think he's going to be a tackle that you couldn't take this high and make work. So, yeah. I mean, J.C. Latham went 7th a couple years ago, so, and he's not a tackle. No offense to Titans, keep piling on them, but I would be fine with that. I think I like Fano, the fit there, a little bit more overall, just because there's even more potential position flexibility. I also think if I was going to ask one of those two to try to play left tackle potentially, I'd rather Fano try to do that than Maui Noah. So not that really should probably factor in too much, but I think either one of those I would say is a pretty good pick there. But anybody we're missing you think for the Browns or just kind of?
We got 2 picks in.
Oh, is there another one in? Ooh, quick trigger.
Yeah, very quick.
Tate to the Browns at 6, so they do go receiver. Looks like.
Yeah, and then Downs.
And then Downs to Washington. So, man, Arvo Reese falling in this mock, which is interesting. I don't know if I necessarily am willing to say that I think that's the worst thing in the world because I think there's definitely some questions with him. But that's interesting. I didn't expect that to be the case. Yeah. Anything you're seeing, Dalton?
No, I was just reading the chat. But yeah, seems like everybody loves the Cardinals move.
Yep.
But yeah, Tate at 6 is. I just don't get I get it and I don't.
I like the player a lot. I think the Browns need a receiver, especially one like him. But again, how much is he going to help you? Not just this year specifically, but I don't know how much it changes things for them to take a receiver this high in the draft whenever you don't even have a semblance of an idea of who's going to be quarterback for you in 2 years.
Yeah, and also you can't you have not great. You're going to have not great quarterback play and not great offensive line play in front of that quarterback. It's doesn't matter. Also, I just don't think Tate is worth a top 10 pick, to be honest, because
I think in most drafts he would not be, but I think in this one you can justify it easier because he's a true X receiver, but it's still, again, he's going to be a lot closer to 10 than 6 for me.
Yeah.
On my board.
He is an Amari Cooper style number 1 receiver to where if he's your number 2, that's okay. If he's your number 1, that's okay. Ideally, he's your 1A or number 2.
I think that's ultimately true. Yeah, especially if you can find a true explosive playmaking Z type to play with him.
Yeah,
that would be sick. And they don't have that right now unless you get 2 years ago Jerry Jeudy to come back around, which I don't expect to happen at this point. No offense to Jerry Jeudy stands if you still exist out there. The separation. So I think the Tate pick it's fine. I think he's a good player. The Browns need to get good players, but I do think I'd rather take the tackle there and try to get a receiver later for sure. And then we've got Caleb Downs at 7. That rocks. Washington needs defenders, especially ones that can maybe be the actual alpha of that defense. I think that makes a ton of sense. We talked about recently on the safety show. Jake and I love him a lot. I know Dalton a little bit lower for you than Jake and I overall.
Who's that?
Downs at 7.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, that's kind of where he ended up on my board. Right. Downs ended up on my big board. He is 6 on my big board.
So on value for you.
Reese at 8.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I figured that would be the case once he made it to the Saints. But yeah, Downs I think makes a ton of sense for the Washington defense. Like they need somebody to be the leader of that group, and I think he has the goods to do that. And then Reese at 8. If he makes it that far, the Saints could use anyone of that caliber on their defense, just add juice to that group. Because Chase Young has developed good for them, but outside of him, do you have even remotely long-term piece? Because even Young is not that young. He's getting up, not up there, but he's still not a young player at this point. Getting another guy to that room would be fun. And honestly, Demario Davis isn't the worst comp for Reese if he's going to play linebacker mostly. Like that type of player, bigger, more physical middle linebacker type. So that either way, whether they're going to use him as an edge or an off ball, I think it kind of makes sense for the Saints. So
yeah, just found out something interesting about one of the other teams drafting in this draft. The Lions drafter is a UK Lions podcast.
I did actually. No, you're right. I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like that guy is going to hop on he's hopping on another show to announce the pick and then just going to bed because it's midnight there.
I was going to say, I feel bad for anyone from the UK. Like you could pick any NFL team, and except for the last 3 years, you pick the Lions. That's gotta.
Yeah.
It's gotta suck.
They usually end up Jaguars fans over there because that's the only team that goes over there all the time.
I remember with the
that is London's team. They're gonna be. They're unofficially already the London Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember with the Raider Ramble, Dalton, we had one guy that was from the UK, and I was always just thinking you could have picked any
that
team.
guy was hilarious. He would just say "bro" all the time.
Bro.
Oh my god, he was hilarious.
Got to set the edge, bro. That's awesome.
I think we got a pick coming in.
We have another pick coming in. They're flying.
Oh wow,
that's interesting.
Jermon McCoy to the Chiefs at 9.
Ooh boy.
That feels early.
I mean, I love it. I love it personally.
I know you do, but man,
I'm though boy, you're really. Wild. I mean, I think that I would probably, if you put a gun to my head, which don't please. If you're gonna make me pick one that high, I'd probably lean Delane because I'm more confident about him. Just obviously the profile is easier. But McCoy's tape, I still think is just a little bit better than the most recent tape both have is a little bit better for McCoy. But I do think he fits the Chiefs more than Delane would from a prototype standpoint and from what they look for. But even I'm like, God, man, if they really want him, I would try to trade down from 9 and try to get something and maybe see if you can get him later. But maybe they can't do that in this mock. Maybe people would take him early. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, he's going to be probably, I think, eighth on my board. Is probably where McCoy's going to be. And Delane will probably be either 9 or 10. They're going to be right next to each other. I know that. So, I mean, I would have been fine with either one here. But I also maybe wouldn't have taken a corner here, frankly, either. So,
yeah.
This is the first spot that I'm worried about, Vega.
Yeah, the first one. The Bengals.
First time I got to cross my fingers.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals consider it, but then again, they're dumb and they won't do it. They're going to take Keldrick Falk.
Fano or Marion Noah here.
That would also be smart for them to do, but I think they're going to. In real life, I'm not joking. I wouldn't be shocked if Keldrick Falk's the 10th pick because he literally looks like every Bengals edge rusher they've drafted in the past 10 years. So, and for an added bonus, also can't rush the passer none of them could either. So that's fun. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean McCoy, we did the corner show not that long ago, so any of you guys who saw that. Jake and I are big fans. Again, it's not there's much separation between him and Delane at all for me. I know Dalton, much bigger fan of Delane overall. But
yeah, Delane was 8 on my board. And McCoy is 19.
Yeah. So again, I with McCoy, you're betting on the upside of a guy who was as good as he was in the SEC at 19 years old in 2024, whatever it was, and the fact that he was able to go test very, very well despite being not that far removed from an ACL tear. So I'm excited about him. I think if he went to the Chiefs, he would probably work out because it's the Chiefs. Like, let's be real. But it is a little early even for me. Like, I'd want to take him in the teens just to make it a little bit more palatable for me. But this should be with the Bengals. This is interesting because do they go Delane and get the corners off the board right away? Maybe they could go tackle.
They did.
They did go Delane.
They go Delane.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I get it. With Downs off the board too.
Yeah.
I think this could be like Downs' floor could be 10, if I had to guess. Unless teams really are just playing the whole like, well, he's a safety, so we can't. Unless they're doing that thing, which maybe I'd believe in a different class, but probably not this year. Delaying at 10 makes a lot of sense too, I think.
Yeah. Tell you what, so far, kind of loving the way this draft.
It is working out. It's kind of working out for us so far.
I don't want to. I'm scared to jinx it, but I
think because
pretty well for us.
The Dolphins, if they're trying to do what the Dolphins will actually do, they should take an offensive lineman here.
Yeah.
So we could lose one option.
I don't even want to put this out there because as soon as I say it,
it's gonna happen
off the board.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
in this weird twilight zone where we are stuck between Maui and Ioane, who do we take? Do we just take Maui and say you're going to be a guard here because we love our tackles?
If Fano's off the board, then I would take Maui probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would
over Ioane.
Well, specifically because I think, and this is weird to point this out, like Ioane is going to be significantly higher on my board than Maui is going to be probably.
Oh, really?
Vega's going to be like I think he's going to be 9th based on what I've seen of like, because I have to double check the numbers on some guys because I don't have my board set up yet. But I love him as a player, and I know he's a guard, so he's going to go lower than probably where I rank him, and I might take him lower than where I'm going to rank him. And Maui is going to be in the teens, probably like late teens if I had to guess on my board. Just because I have a little bit of still quite. I've warmed up on him as a tackle, which is why he's going to be higher than he would have been otherwise. But I would take him though because of the fact that this team cannot get their tackles healthy at the same time. Yeah, him having tackle flexibility actually does, I think, give enough reason to take him ahead of Vega for that reason for me. But otherwise,
Fano ahead of Vega as well.
Oh man, probably for the same reason, and he's even a better scheme fit than Maui probably would be. So yeah.
Gotcha. Then the question becomes Proctor.
Oh, I would definitely take Vega.
I would take Proctor.
I kind of agree.
Especially just when you factor in who the team you're drafting is.
Yeah.
Because of what they're trying to do offensively. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. As a pure guard, I like Proctor more. Or I mean, I like Vega more than Proctor.
Yeah, it's a cleaner eval, and also just again like more of what they're looking for because Vega's not the best mover in the world, but he's a better mover than Proctor, and that would help out with what they're trying to do offensively. But I agree though, talking about it just now did give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit because now none of them are going to be there now.
Yeah,
like, that's just how it works.
But like, who do we legitimately think is taking offensive linemen ahead of us right now?
Dolphins,
not the Cowboys. The Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are kind of forced to do something more fun.
I mean, the Ravens probably.
Ravens
will probably go line.
Maybe Tampa Bay. Maybe.
You could justify it, but I think they're going to take the best edge probably.
Yeah. I don't see JT going O line in the first round.
I think the Steelers are a team that I think you have to consider too because
they are. They could snipe. They could snipe us.
I think they're going to trade back to someone that might snipe us.
That's the other problem. Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
But also, if someone jumps ahead of us for Vega, like
Lions too, by the way, 17 specifically.
So
that might not happen.
Noah.
At 11, yeah. That
makes sense.
Is this the run of offensive linemen?
That's what I'm worried about.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I mean, the Cowboys, they could go.
I mean, Terrence Steele is terrible, so maybe they could take a tackle, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Question: if this does become a run, how do you guys feel about Keldrick Falk at 22?
I would despise it personally.
I don't like that.
Really?
I would. I
don't think he's an edge rusher. I simply don't think he's an edge rusher.
All right. I mean, he's the D end then in this 3-4.
He lost weight.
True.
That's why, again, if he came into the combine at 290, I'd be like, yes, I'll take a chance on him in the 20s because I think as an interior defensive lineman, or as a 5-tech specifically, I could get behind the idea of what he could become. If you're telling me he's going to play as an edge rusher, like an actual true edge rusher, not like, he kind of plays that, but then I won't take him in the first round because I don't think he can rush the passer. It's very similar to the Michael Williams thing last year. I understood why people liked him. He was a good athlete, all this stuff. I did not believe in the pass rush. And maybe, hopefully, for the Niners' sake, he will develop there.
God.
He didn't get there. Yeah. What
picks are flying in?
Oh, are they?
We got Sadiq, and then I think
Sadiq to the Cowboys?
Yeah, and the Rams already put in Mekhi Lemon.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they did fly in.
Sadiq to the Cowboys is ridiculous.
It's also peak Jerry.
It would be peak Jerry. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it'd be like Jerry going Super Saiyan. Really?
Yeah. But, like, come on, man. How much – your defense can't stop anybody, Jerry. Please.
Yeah, but
how much more do you possibly need?
Score more points than the other team.
How many more points could they really ask them to score, Dalton? This team tied a game when they scored 40 points last year. They tied a game. Oh my God!
You can't stop an offense that has Lamb, Pickens, and Sadiq.
Yeah,
and what's his name? Ferguson, a tight end, also
Jake
by
Ferguson,
the way, who caught 1,000 passes last year.
Yeah,
they listen. Like,
I actually love that personnel grouping though. Those four, and then literally anybody at running back.
They got Javonte still. They signed him. He was good last year.
No,
who was it? Was it? Yeah, you want
to the Ravens? Yeah,
we knew that. We knew
that was happening.
I knew it, but I didn't want to.
I know.
Actually believe it.
Fano is still on the board. I think Fano right now is number 1 on our board right now.
Yeah, that's the dream that's still alive at this point.
Who's number 2 right now?
Oh man.
For me personally, I know you guys don't like him this much. For me, I think it would be probably Woods.
I would be okay with taking a chance on him at that point, potentially.
Especially in a 3-man front, I think you can move him around a lot.
I'd be willing to talk about it.
Or the 5.
Yeah, I'd be willing to consider that. I think number 2 for me right now would probably be I don't know if he'll make it there, and this is a team that I would be scared to see him on because of the injury stuff, but like, do you just take the swing on Jordan Tyson if he's sitting there at 22? Because like, he's kind of everything they don't have at receiver.
For me, with receiver being like a need, but not like a need.
No, it's not the biggest need. It's just because he's there, right? And it's the fact, like, if you believe that he could be healthy, it's hard to get a player like this at 22, even in a good draft. But I would still hesitate.
Sorry, I had to take my
Jordan Tyson is who I was talking about. If he was,
I'd almost rather just give Trey Harris one more year trying to be the X, and then next year. Thinking long term, next year what you could do is you could just sign George Pickens.
Well, I think if the Cowboys don't sign Pickens to a long term deal, he won't play next year. I think he's the type of. I don't think he'll play football for the Cowboys next year unless it's a long term deal.
Yeah, I agree.
So he might
either that or he'll play and just cause it.
He might not play football.
I wouldn't. He's the type of guy who would sit out and not.
Oh, you think they'll tag him again next year?
No, I mean this year, like not play this year, like on the tag.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he already didn't. He already say that he was gonna hold out or something like.
I thought so. Yeah.
Question: Do we offer the Cowboys now that they have Sadiq? Do we offer like
we're offering to trade for Pickens?
20? Not. I just don't know if 20. Yeah, 22 for Pickens. Is that crazy?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
or 22 for Pickens and a third, or Pickens and a fourth for 22.
I don't know.
I would consider that personally.
22 and a fourth for Pickens and a third. I'm negotiating against myself. I know.
The talent is so good with Pickens, but I'm so worried about what
you have to give him a new contract.
He might wake up one day and decide he's gonna do something that's not football and just like he's an insane person, kind of. I just don't know.
Should I put a feeler out there to the guy?
Oh man, wait, this is something happening.
I don't think it's that. No, I'm just thinking. I don't think it's that because like when he was in Dallas, he had that one thing where he stayed out late before the Raider game. But other than
that's it. He's been
really
fine.
Issues. Like all you have to do is pay him and like you'll be fine. Which sucks to say.
And they have the Chargers do have a ton of cap space.
I think. I mean, he was really good last year. He wouldn't have a CD Lamb next to him in Los Angeles.
I think the collection of receivers for the Chargers is still pretty good though. Still.
Oh yeah,
It's not so much like obviously not CD, but like McConkey's really good.
Okay, I'm already following this guy.
The problem is like, do the Cowboys really want more first round picks at this point, or do they rather just pay George Pickens? Because they've already got all the picks. They've already done that.
Yeah, that would be. I mean? Yeah, they'd have.
So like maybe this guy would do it, but I'm saying like, does that make sense for us to even ask about it?
Yeah, should I even ask?
I don't know.
I don't think it would.
Should I gauge the interest?
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt Taz.
I guess you can gauge the interest, but like, I don't know if I'd be able to
no
22 personally. I just don't. I don't know if I would. It's tough. As far as players that might be on the board, though, if we are there, I think actually my number 2 player right now for them specifically, maybe Caden McDonald. I like him maybe the most of the defensive line group at this point when I've gone back and watched him more because I know what I'm getting with him. Like I know exactly. Like I know if I draft Caden McDonald, he's gonna kick ass in the run game and free stuff up for other people as the guy that can take up blocks. Like that's kind of ultimately what I think they could still use him because Caldwell, I wanted him to be that type of player, but he's kind of a weird like hybrid nose tackle 3-tech thing going on with him. I think they could use a player like this for the long term, but it does start to get dicey after Fano if he's not there. So,
yeah.
Should I go to this guy's podcast to see how?
Oh boy, throw it in the chat. Oh,
there he goes.
I might open it up and see if I can.
Yeah. Where's his? I agree with you on McDonald though, Shane. I think he might be my number 2. Just looking at who's still.
I don't hate McDonald there. I just like Woods a lot more.
I still consider Woods, but I'm saying that would be my 2 probably just because I like the fact that I know what I'm getting with him.
Fair.
But
they're taking an edge.
Parker's also interesting. Parker might be off the board right now.
JT just wrote edge, but nothing else.
Oh
no.
A&M.
Is it
Cassius Howell?
Howell, yeah.
Wow. I know he likes him a lot, and that was a popular pick. So,
wow. I
was not expecting that one.
Yeah, that's it's a little high for me. We'll say that.
Yeah, I would maybe like a Mesidor there, maybe, or I don't know.
I mean, they are probably trying to win, so like Mesidor might be the best like win now edge you could take there. But
I mean, if you like him, you like him.
Yeah, JT likes his guys, and I think I do remember. I think I saw something about him liking Howell a lot. So, and again, like the tape is really fun, And if you think he could be like Nick Herbig, who I know that Jake, obviously you're very familiar with him as well now too.
Yeah.
He fucking rocks when he plays a lot, which they never let him do because they have 2 other edge rushers, of course. The Steelers are psychos. But if he could be that level of pass rusher, despite the length stuff and the fact he is more of a true like speed player, that would be really nice to have on that defense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But probably like 15 to 20 picks earlier than I'd be willing to start talking about it. So.
Do you think he tried to trade down, or do you think he just sat there?
I think he sat there probably.
Maybe, yeah.
I think he just probably likes this guy. I wouldn't be shocked if he just really likes Hal.
I wonder if there's just
is that the pick by the way? Because I haven't seen him put the name in. Oh no, it is Texas A&M College. So
update on Pickens. They are not interested in moving Pickens.
I didn't think they would be anyway, actually. So, but still, I do think I understand the thought process. I just think it's a little bit wild. That's all.
Yeah.
But so right now I know I didn't put a lot of guys who obviously were going to be picked way ahead of us, but only 2 players have been picked that I even had on the board, and only one of them was like actually ones we cared a ton about, which was Vega, obviously. So there's at least going to be a lot of options that we've discussed already. So,
Card Price for the Chiefs just put a message in. Anybody looking to trade back in the early 20s? Chiefs looking to trade up.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
now it is the interdivisional thing, but that happens sometimes. So I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, they got 29.
Yeah, so
that's not.
Let me pull up the draft value chart real quick.
There is one in that chart in the Epic mock thing. Yeah.
I don't have it. I should have it open. Hold on.
It has
it's on the copy of draft order tab.
Okay, I should pull that up. I don't know why I didn't have that anyway. Yeah, let me pull that up. Let's see. Here we go. Pick value. Okay, cool. So we have 253 is what they have listed for us. And there's just 202. So we'd have to make up about 50 points of value. So straight up 74 would be almost on value exactly. So if we got 29 and 74 for 22, that would be basically bang on. So if we wanted to do that, that's probably what it would be.
Yeah.
What was that?
29 and 74 for 22 would be almost exactly.
Gotcha.
Slightly over for them, but like only by like a few points.
I hate that.
I don't either. That's probably if we're going to move and stay in the first round, like that would probably be the thing that makes the most sense because then you still get a day 2 pick out of it. So, yeah, if you want to mention that, if they're, like you said, if they're interested in coming up to 22.
I'm also realizing that you can't just send DMs to anybody that's that you're not that's not following you.
Yeah.
So I just followed him.
You might be able to do it
got
if
it.
you could find that. Okay, cool. Someone said in the chat, Reese's best plays are all unblocked. That's funny.
Yeah, that made me laugh earlier.
I mean, so much of Reese is like, so much of his tape is watching Sonny Styles put him where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, we talked about that. I get it.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially I was like, go there. Just go. Here's what
do the thing. Which that's fine.
Yeah.
Who do we think the Jets do take here at 16? Do we think they go receiver?
I mean, The most Jets pick is Simpson.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to not be that guy.
It does make a lot of sense because he might not be there when they pick again.
You're right, but I would say good.
Yeah,
me personally, but
if you're trying to realistically, it does make the most sense the more I think about it.
I mean, honestly, if it keeps him from getting picked to 21 in real life, I would love the Jets to do it at 16.
He would guarantee Aaron Glenn probably another year.
And that's the problem is I don't think you want that as a Jets fan. But maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you're just a masochist.
This guy got back to me. He said, would you take 29 and 104?
No.
Mm-mm.
Should I just tell him 74?
Yeah, tell him 74, and that would probably be what it would take because it'd be right on value essentially. Otherwise, you can maybe try to get another day 3 pick instead of just 104, but it would still be I think it would be a day 2 pick is what I'd want. Unless you guys feel differently.
No, I agree.
Because what else do they have? They have. So if we took 104.
Because that would put us with 4 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be better than we have now.
Nice. If we took 104, they would also they'd have to give us 104 and 109 to make it similar value. Which I'd probably rather just at that point just take the 74 pick and
I'd rather have
Yeah.
So, but if not, it's fine.
The Niners are making a move with the Cowboys.
Oh, to 20 then?
To 20, yep.
Oh man. Okay. What are the Niners going to take at 20? I guess it depends on who's there, obviously, because we have a few picks to go.
Maybe.
They could fucking take Fano.
I wonder who the Chiefs are moving up for.
Who they're looking at, I wonder. Maybe the best receiver left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to try to skip over some guys who might.
Concepcion would be a classic Andy Reid guy.
Would be too. I think he'd be a classic Niners guy too.
Oh yeah, that's almost. I would almost certainly bet that's what the Niners are doing here.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. So the Niners haven't officially moved up. Needs to see the Jets pick first.
Okay.
Apparently.
That makes me think it's a receiver they're moving up for then.
Yeah.
Because that's who I think the Jets would be maybe taking here.
Yeah, Jordan Tyson.
Oh, Jordan Tyson to the Jets.
I think that could happen in real life, by the way.
Yeah.
Because the Jets are a team.
Hilarious draft by the Jets.
But they can afford to take Tyson at 16 if he falls there because you, at least from my perspective, you shouldn't care that much about next year. So if it takes him a year to get acclimated to the NFL and to kind of get healthy and figure stuff out, I know that the coaching staff doesn't want that, but the GM who's trying to save his job probably wants to accumulate as many good players as he can, even if they're a little bit high risk.
No, Bailey and Tyson is for sure a win now draft.
Yeah,
that is like if Tyson's healthy,
now type draft.
It is, but even Bailey though, I don't necessarily think Bailey's going to be good as a rookie though. Personally, I just don't know. I think it just depends on a lot of factors there. But,
yeah. I was listening to the show. The guy defending the Jets, the guy who made the Jets pick, was talking about him being more ready to win, ready to go day one than someone like Reese.
Which I do agree with Reese because that I don't know what position he should play still. But I mean, if I was trying to win day one, give me fucking Ruben Bain somewhere on that defense. I don't really care where you play him.
Also, if Bono's on the board, do we even bother moving at all?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
If he makes it there, I would feel pretty lucky. I would probably
I'll take my chances that we can't get anything good enough to move back at that point. But I have a feeling one of the Lions, or if they make the trade with the Cowboys, if the Niners don't go receiver, I could see them taking Fano.
Yeah.
But even the Steelers, maybe. I don't know what that guy's thinking though. At 21, like I said, probably whatever the opposite of what I'm thinking. We'll see. The Steelers guy picking. I'm curious what that'll be. All I'm saying, I was talking to Dalton about this, Jake, before. I think Accidentals ends his handle on Twitter, or whatever it is. Yeah, for the Steelers. Every time I see him tweet anything, it's always like something I don't really agree with. It's very funny, and I have nothing against the guy. I just think
I gotta go look up his Twitter now.
Like I haven't seen anything from him recently, but it feels like most of the time I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that.
Tell you what, this is moving way faster than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed with the amount of time that people aren't taking. Honestly,
there was a few that just like the Downs and
I think
Lemon
in
one
the first few picks. I think the first like 10 picks or so, like I think people knew who they absolutely wanted if they got there, and they did, and then they're like, all right, cool, we're just throwing the card in, we're not messing around, which I appreciate them doing that because that will make it a little bit easier for teams like us who might not have any fucking clue what we want to do by the time that we're on the board.
I mean, if there's one more pick, our time I think is getting added right now to the like our time is about to get put on the board.
Like when we should theoretically be taking
so the Steelers. So we are on the clock at 8:04.
Okay.
And then our time runs out at 8:12.
Right. So that's
So we will be making our pick by 8:12. That's pretty awesome. I was not expecting
potentially.
Yeah.
But that works for me. Yeah, we'll actually be able to actually maybe be here for the whole.
Price just got back to me. He said, "Would you send for 29 and 74?" He said, "Would you send 123 back?"
No.
Should I tell him anything back?
No.
Unless I mean, the problem is I don't want to lose the picks we have.
Like 204.
Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable.
204, I'd be more willing to, but then you're you're almost completely locked out of day 3 then.
Yeah.
So it would probably have to be like a 2027 like 6th or something.
Yeah.
We just don't have much.
That's what it would probably have to be. I don't know if I'd want to lose a pick this year when we already have so few. But I get why he might not want to give up 74 straight up because it's still on value, but it's a little bit over value for him. But if you want a player, or if you want to move up, that's kind of part of the problem. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit to do it. That's what I would say though. Yeah, unless you guys feel differently, but. Nothing for 17 yet, huh? You good, Jake?
Yeah, sorry, I was listening to the Draft Professor stream for a second.
He said that's a pretty dramatic overpay, 80 points.
What?
For 22 and a 27-6 for 29 and 74.
Did I read something wrong?
Well, let's see here. 22 is 253, and then 29 is 202.
This is 51 points.
And then
74
is 60.
So it's almost right on. It's like 8 points off of that.
Like pretty much even. I don't really know.
Did you say 80 or 8 points, Dalton?
He said 80.
Well, that's not right then. He's just incorrect about that, unfortunately. That's why I was confused because it is 8 points. Maybe he threw an extra 0 in there. We've all done it.
Oh no! Oh, the Lions took him.
They took Fano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they might.
Yeah, 74 is 60.
Yep.
And 29 is 202. So that's 262
versus 253. Yeah. So it's a slight overpay, but not really.
Barely. It's barely an overpay. I mean, you're hardly ever going to get that exactly.
Yeah.
Unless I'm missing something.
So yeah, unless I'm like completely out of my skull.
Like 5 times, but math isn't my strong suit, so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm definitely right, but it kind of feels like I'm right. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he's using a completely different chart.
Oh.
Well, that's confusing.
Well, let me see what it would say. So 29. If I use the draft tech, like the actual like draft value chart that people usually use, so 640 versus 780, so that's a 140-point difference. Oh, the regular draft value chart, he'd be right. It would be an 80-point difference.
Oh,
that's what it was. So this the one they're using is just a lot different than the one he's probably looking at.
He's using draft tech.
Yeah, he must be, because that's the number I just got was 80. So if that would be why he thought it was such a discrepancy. So which, hey, maybe that is more, that this one is supposed to be closer to like what teams actually do. So maybe he might be right. But even then, like 104, 10, what is it? 109 would be still only like halfway there.
And it's not, and I mean, and also like it's really, he said it's an 80 points overpay. It's 51.
Okay. Yeah. Point is, if he doesn't want to do 74, I get it. It's fine. But I'm not doing like 109 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the point in that.
If he counters with a 5th in next year's draft, do we say no?
So he wants a 5th in next year's draft.
Instead of like, because we offered 22 and a 6th next year. Would you, if he counters with a 5th, do we do it?
If it's still getting 74, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that if it's for 74. It would be really fun. It would be stupid because it would defeat the purpose of what this is supposed to be, technically. But what if they kept the trades like through each mock, like Epic mock each year, and like the picks were like, and so they created their own kind of like NFL. Like, it wouldn't make sense for what this is supposed to be, but I think that'd be a fun exercise.
Imagine getting fleeced though, and then like
and then you're like,
so he said for 29 and 74 final price. Yeah, and we would send 22 and
next year's 5th.
Next year's 6th right now.
Oh, is it 6th? Is that what he said?
Still, yeah.
Okay. Then that's if we can get it for that, but I would be willing to do the 5th if that's what it took. Because I'm trying to see. Let me make sure what picks they have in 2027 real quick.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Respond. Are we? Oh shit. We're not up yet, right?
No.
There's a trade going through, so they're like.
I was gonna say the board is going crazy.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
I panicked.
So right now the Chargers don't have a 6th next year. They traded it to Trevor Penning for Trevor Penning.
Fucking Trevor Penning.
So
I'll just call it a 5th.
Tell him it would be the 5th because we didn't check, because I should have, and I should have known better. Tell them that we would do it for 5th because we would have to, unless like you count compensatory picks, which they might get. But It would be funny if he came back and was like, "They don't have a 6th next year. I checked." Be like, "Yeah, we didn't do that. My bad." So 49ers sent 27, 127, and 133 for 20. Is that 162 and something else? Is that what I just saw? Okay.
I think so, yeah. I can't really read it with all
So the Cowboys move up in the 4th round, I think. Or move up from the 5th to the 4th round, I think. And then get another. Oh, no, they get
another 4th round.
And then another 4th round pick. And then they give up like a 7th, I think that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. Taking Kenyon Sadiq and then trading down in the 1st round for the Cowboys is funny. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily think it's terrible, but I do think it's funny.
It's just classic Cowboys just doing things. Yeah. And the moves don't necessarily correlate with one another in any way.
Do we think Thieneman for the Vikings here, by the way? That's a popular pick.
Yeah. Makes too much sense.
I can see that.
You lose one white boy at safety, you got to get another.
I'm worried we're getting ghosted by the Chiefs.
What's up?
I'm worried we're getting ghosted by the Chiefs.
Might be. Maybe they found another suitor that gave them draft picks that they have. Oops. But Dylan Thieneman. Yep, I see him there. He's going to be the pick at 18. That makes sense. I'm not surprised there. I think this is a kind of the range where I think it's.
Oh, he said 1 sec.
Okay.
Okay, we're still alive.
We're not being ghosted fully. That's cool. I think everyone else that I have on our draft board is still available. That hasn't been X'd out, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, Tyson, I need to get him too.
But I think a lot of the guys that we're looking at this point will be there at 20. 29.
Yeah, I think a lot of them would be. Yeah,
and
so I'd be happy with that if we can do it.
29, and then being able to go into tomorrow with 55, and 74, and 86.
Yep,
that's not bad at all.
That'd be a really nice way,
especially considering what it was before.
And in theory, then too, if someone falls into the 40s that we really weren't expecting.
Yeah, we have a pick now.
We could throw 125 someone's way to move up.
We could even do 55 and 70 and 86 for
90 something
or 40 something, and then 100, pick 100 and something back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things you could do then on day 2 if you have that extra pick. So hopefully we get that. I like when head coaches hire the people that.
The guy said, "How at 15? Wow, he is horrible."
Wow!
I don't know if he's
wow.
talking about him.
Oh man,
wow.
This is
Dalton's living the actual GM life, and we're all just like, "Hey, what do you think about Dylan Thieneman with the Vikings?"
I'm just waiting for this is just wild. We have trade negotiations happening in Twitter DMs.
It's great. It's awesome.
It's beautiful.
And these are fairly
as the world
is
should.
Way more realistic than I thought it was going to be.
Right?
Yeah.
I am. This has been really fun already, and we're only on day 1, and honestly, day 2 is probably going to be the one that's the most fun. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
It always is. For me, I always feel like people will tell you, people who are casual draft fans love the 1st round because it's all the glitz and glamour, all the top guys. People who are trying to act like they're the draft people, they say, "Oh, day 3 is where it's at, man. So many picks and all this stuff." Day 2 is for people who really love the draft, in my opinion, because you get the best combination of still really good players and a lot of picks, and guys that everyone has their D2 guys they love a ton, and that's where I think that it's the most fun. So I'm excited for that. But 1st round has still been a lot of fun.
Panthers are trying to work a deal.
Oh, to trade down?
Shit. I wonder if that's what we're waiting for from this Chiefs guy.
Oh, that the Chiefs might be working with them too. Interesting. What would the Chiefs at I guess at 19? I guess everybody's on board now because that's the pick that's up. Who would they take? Is this if it's receiver? Would it be KC?
So I just said, "Shit, are you talking to Carolina right now?" He goes, the Chiefs guy goes, "Yes."
Oh
no,
we're getting cooked. We're gonna get cooked, Dalton. No, I'm not willing to give it more than we were saying. So it's fine if they don't take it, but hopefully Carolina's like, no, I want my pick, bro. Give me fucking I don't know. Who would they take here? I'm not sure. But hopefully that's what they tell him. But
so right now, who is our number one guy right now?
I think for you it'd be Peter Woods, right?
For me, yeah.
Woods, I would probably go McDonald slightly, but I would be cool with Woods.
And I would too, but I think Woods is the higher upside player and a player that would fit well with what they're doing. So I'm willing to be. I would be willing to concede on Woods there.
Just because. So right now they've got up front. They got Jamari Caldwell.
Yeah, who you hope can sort of be the nose tackle-ish type of guy.
And then Dalvin Tomlinson and Tier Tart.
Yeah.
Are there three interior guys right now?
And like Tomlinson, if you're looking for a more direct replacement, I don't think Woods brings the run defense that Tomlinson does, or at least not at the size he's currently playing at. But if you want the pocket pushing and some of the stuff that Tomlinson did earlier in his career, especially, Woods would be better for that.
I think the idea is if you do that, you move Caldwell into nose.
I think the Panthers have a deal.
Do they?
Do they have a deal?
Somebody said Panthers working a deal in the YouTube chat.
They're making a trade for sure.
JT, that's okay. We'll let the haters hate. Cash is hell, baby. Never change, JT. Never change. That's great.
The trade tab has been updated. Ooh, so the Niners Cowboys trade was 27, 127, and 133. That's what the Niners sent to Dallas for 20, 152, and 218.
Okay.
I like that for Dallas.
Yeah.
I do too. I think that's enough because you like Sadiq. You got him at 12. If you're happy with waiting on edge or whatever else you're looking to add, maybe a linebacker in the late first round, if you like one of them, I think that makes sense. So
I mean, you move up a whole round at that point.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
you get 2 picks, honestly. You get essentially almost 2 fourth-round picks.
Yeah.
For a 5th and a 7th.
And you'll have to move down 7 spots, yeah. Need to find out if the Panthers are making this damn pick or not, Dalton.
I know.
Yeah.
I need to see them put
probably negotiating with the Chiefs right now.
Is this what it's like to be left at the altar as a GM? I'd be the most obnoxious person on the planet if I was an NFL GM.
Yeah.
I'd be calling people all the time, be like, hey, so what do you think here? What do you think you're taking? Oh, yeah? Okay.
Like Moneyball and Billy Bean's just going...
Just like literally rage baiting other teams. It's so funny. I would definitely be trying to rage bait my fellow GMs. I'd be doing it on purpose, just because it'd be funny. I'd be like, we're taking your guy here. Like, you're not picking till like 10 picks after us. It's like, I'm taking him anyway.
I'm making a trade.
You just don't know about it yet. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Who do you guys think would be willing to move up at this point? Who do you think would be interested?
If it's not the Chiefs, the Niners already did it.
Maybe
New England?
Houston? Maybe
New England for a tackle since they're coming off the board.
For Proctor? Would they move up?
I would guess if the Patriots guy is looking at it from the Patriots perspective, either Blake Miller or Ihanacher to play right tackle.
or Freeland?
Oh, it's Jacob Rodriguez. Panthers stayed.
What?
Whoa, wait a minute. They stayed and took Rodriguez after signing Devin Lloyd. I love
after saying that they're working right in the chat.
Dude,
I guess that felt through. So maybe the Chiefs thing's still alive.
Hopefully Dalton gets a DM in about 2 seconds.
He sent a new offer.
Oh boy.
29, 40, 148, and 176 for 21, 53, and 121.
Can you say that again?
For 22, 53, and 121.
But no, can you say the whole trade?
They're offering 29, 40, 148, and 176.
Okay.
For 22, 53, and 121. Or it's 22 and 55 and 123.
I like that. It's just a long gap between.
Well, so basically we're moving down 7 spots in the first round, moving up 15 spots in the second round, and losing value on 121.
Yeah.
We fall back, but then pick up 176. I don't think that lines up.
Yeah.
I don't think that lines up.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would just say if they can't do the 22 and a 5th next year for 29.74, if they can't do that, they can't do it. And I'm fine with that. Because the other one, like, I think that if I thought about it a little bit longer, maybe there's something to that, but I don't know if I want to lose value on day 3.
Jacob Rodriguez at 19, that is so.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Like, I like Jacob Rodriguez a lot, but to the Panthers, it just feels insane a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, not that they couldn't still, because they don't really have anything outside of Devin Lloyd now that they signed him. At least that has turned out. Like, Trevin Wallace has not figured it out yet. But 19 is
19
a little
for
it's early
a guy
for
that
me.
I think is probably a late day 2 guy.
Oh, I have him as a late first round pick for Rodriguez. That's where I'm ranking him.
Really?
But, yeah, he's my number 3 linebacker. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he's up there. He's my linebacker.
He's linebacker.
He's my linebacker 5. I haven't really.
49ers to KC.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not surprised.
I love that for them, actually.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I like that too for them. But no, yeah, I have Rodriguez as a late first. Like, he'll probably be somewhere in the mid to late 20s on my board. So I think the value is still a little early for him, but more importantly, like, just not what you need in that defense right now. Like, if anything, they should have taken maybe like a playmaking 3-tech, like a Woods or Banks, take a shot on one of those guys if you're really trying to go defense. Hell, with Phillips, with his injuries, maybe you take a Mesidor or something like that, a ready-made pass rusher or something like that. But Rodriguez,
I just put a thing in the Epic mock chat saying, like, anyone looking to move up to 22, send me a DM.
Cool.
I just advertised it because I think at this
smart.
point. Plus, it puts a little pressure on the Chiefs
to
do the deal.
That's the goal.
So if both McDonald.
Okay, so Omar Cooper Jr. just went off the board, so we're on the clock.
Okay, so do you guys, if nobody trades up, is it between Woods and McDonald, or is there anybody else?
I think. Would you guys? Is this? I know that they aren't necessarily like considering themselves like a win now situation because they're still hoarding like cap space and they're not like doing all that. But do you think this is too early for Mesidor?
Yeah,
I personally don't.
Okay.
I think it's a little early, personally.
Because he feels like their type at pass rusher. I know that maybe they don't want to take an older player like that, but he does feel like their type. I wanted to at least throw that out there because we didn't talk about it before.
Yeah.
For me, it's a high pick for an older player that I do think is, like, at best, like, going to be an above average starter.
Right.
That's fair.
I'm fine with that. I think it would be. Yeah, I think like the highest player on that would be on my board at this point, it probably actually like it might be at least on our Chargers draft board that we put together, that would be either Colton Hood or McDonald. But I do get the Woods fit though, like you said, Don. I think that makes sense if you're going to go interior. But
yeah, I feel the same.
Do we know at this point if the Chiefs have responded to anything?
So we have.
I'm waiting to hear back.
So it's not until 8:12, right? It's just until like 8 minutes from the last pick.
I think you're right, Jake, that it's still like we can't actually wait till 8:12 to make this pick. That'd be funny if we did. But
I mean, no. I think at this point we have until I just said in the chat, like, we are waiting a minute to hear back about trades, and then we can put the pick in.
Yeah. So is it Woods then?
I am good with that.
I would personally go McDonald. I have him and Woods similar, and I think the fit with Woods, I can see that being a little.
He said, Chiefs guy got back to me. He said, "Nope, we like the board."
Okay.
So is it fuck everybody, Peter Woods?
I'll let you have it, Dalton. I'll let you have it because
I'm good with the Woods pick. I can understand.
You guys want McDonald?
That's who I'd probably take.
Who's everybody's number one?
It would be McDonald for me, but
all right, you guys both want McDonald then.
I do have McDonald higher than Woods, so.
And you're good with the fit?
Yeah. How close are you between those two on your board?
I mean, I had a late first grade on McDonald, and I had a top 10 grade on Woods.
That's right. You did have a top 10 grade on him.
I would say
because of the fact
that I'm okay with that. Like,
no, what I'm thinking though is like realistically, because if you have that much of a difference in grade between the two, and I don't really, I think I'm fine with taking Woods as the upside play.
That's kind of the same thing on that.
Because the reason I'm so low on him is because of all the shit with him, as I don't know what to do with it. But the tape, when he flashes, it's great. It just didn't happen as much this past year.
Yeah.
So if I get why you're hoping that could change in a new environment with the Chargers. So I'm good with it.
In a 3-4, I like the versatility a lot that he offers.
Yeah, we can go with Woods. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we can go with Woods, yeah. Not where I thought we'd land ultimately when we started this, but it does make sense with what has happened so far.
Yeah.
To go that route. Because again, the only other player I really campaign hard for.
Should I put D lineman or D tackle?
I would put interior. I would put IDL like interior defensive lineman because that's what he's going to be. But I think the only two players I'd really try to like push for really hard here would be McDonald and maybe Colton Hood, just because I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
What do folks think of the pick?
Yeah, I'm curious. Also, I want to throw this out there: Omar Cooper Jr. to the Steelers. I would be fine with that at this point because I like him.
Yeah, that's a good
pick. He went off the board right ahead of him, so I do not hate that guy's pick. After all, turns out, so good for him. What do people think here, Dalton?
I have the draft professor show it, but they haven't talked about it yet.
Okay. Because I find that one fascinating. Even though we're the ones who did it, I think again, like I get where Dalton's coming from because with the scheme that they're trying to do, the upside play is obviously huge there, because my whole thing with McDonald is that like I know exactly what he's going to do, and if he doesn't do that thing, I would just be really shocked, and that is just clog up and honestly also make plays against the run. Jake, like that's kind of my thing with him, is he's going to be able to be like a true difference maker against the run. Do I ever think he's going to be more than like the occasional pocket pusher as a pass rusher? No, but I think that at the end of the day, like you need that type of player, and I don't know if I love what they have there for that type of skill set with the Chargers right now.
Yeah, for sure, and especially for a team that's trying to win now, like the Chargers are. I mean, just someone who you know is going to come up and be good against the run. I think that's a good get.
But at the same time, like if you want to try to maximize this window that you're going to try to open up, you need players that have the upside that Woods has.
Yeah.
Like, because if they hit them, that's a huge, like, if he hits anything close to what people thought of him, like, prior to this year, especially, he's going to be an actual, like, difference maker for them.
But you just saw it too, Jake.
Reeling the Eagles.
Oh, that's such a fucking Eagles pick, dude.
I mean, which was Georgia guy. Good.
It's a Georgia guy, big, long, athletic, moves all over the damn place, tackle. He would if he goes there in real life, he would be an all-pro in 4 years probably, because that's what they do.
Yeah, like I'm currently rewatching him because I feel like he's one that I'm way off from everybody else on right now. Because I had like an early 3rd round grade on him.
I had late day one.
Watching him,
just off upside mostly.
Yeah, that's
closer to what a lot of people have. Yeah, I think he had day 2 tape this year. But I think you look at the measurables and everything is going on. Like, I get why he's going to go in the 1st round. Now, do I think he should go at 6? No. Because there's actual good players who also have upside, like right now, who also have upside that you can take at 6. But if you're talking about, like, who looks like the 6th overall pick at tackle, that dude looks like the 6th overall pick at tackle. I will give the Browns that if they do it. But I don't know. That's a tough one. Let's see.
They're still talking about the Rodriguez pick on Draft Professors.
Yeah, I think they're a little behind.
Yeah, they're a bit behind.
Yeah, but we'll see what they think. I can see that being very either like people like that rocks, or like, what are you talking about? That dude stinks. Could really go either way.
They like him a lot. Now, I think the guy that was talking him up also has a Jacob Rodriguez mustache. Worth noting. So.
Oh, well. Are we sure it's not just Jacob Rodriguez?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's doing anything right now. He's just probably waiting to get drafted.
Lomu.
Well, you go.
Dolphins are looking to move back from 30, apparently, but they have a guy they like.
That's probably a real life thing that they're going to try to do, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lomu at 24. I would have taken Blake Miller at this point. I've kind of grown on him because I think that he gives you just a really high floor as a right tackle. And I think for the Browns, like, you need actual players who can play. And Lomu is a good player, but I think he has a lot of growing to do. And I don't know how I feel about it happening with the Browns at this point, because all the people that were around when all their offensive linemen were developed and good, they don't exist anymore. I don't know if I trust the Browns to develop offensive linemen anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do like Lomu too. So this tackle class is so weird for me because, like, I like a lot of the players, but like in very specific ways, or like there's caveats to all of them where I'm like, well, I think Kane Proctor's a good player, but is he actually a tackle? Or Caleb Loma's really good. I think he's a really high, like, upside prospect, but he doesn't have the play strength right now, and he needs to develop that, which is never a guarantee when you get to the league that you're going to do that. Or Blake Miller is really experienced, but he's kind of a high floor, low upside type of guy. Like, all of them feel like that, especially the non, top 15 guys. So,
yeah, I actually like that. I actually like the Browns drafting this a lot. Now I'm looking at it.
getting an actual like legitimate tackle prospect at 24 while getting Tate at 6 makes this better because if all of them were gone, then you're in trouble. But they weren't. So and plus a true left tackle type too, which is what they actually need.
If they got their franchise left tackle, which clearly they think. I mean, I think you could take Lomu in the first round and be pretty good about
back in the first round because we're getting into that final part of the first round. I think that's totally fine. I've also grown on Ihanacher a good bit because it's just hard to ignore the way he moves at his size and the fact he's still learning the position, frankly, because he hasn't been doing it very long. He's really fascinating. I think him with the Patriots would be super fun at the end of the first round. Yeah. Like, that would be super interesting because he probably could sit for a year because you have Morgan Moses there still. He doesn't have to play right away, but if he needs to, I think he is good enough to play now, just maybe not a full finished product. That would be a super fun landing spot, I think, for sure.
So I got 2 questions for you guys.
All right.
So first off, looking at what's left tonight, do you guys think that another quarterback comes off the board here tonight?
If it's not a trade, well, obviously it would have to be a trade, I think, at this point. I think those teams are going to be like, you know what? We're not worried about anyone taking him. Just unless the Cardinals at 34 want Simpson, like if that's part of their draft plan, and they are worried the Jets will take him at 33. Other than that, I don't think we get Simpson in the first round.
Yeah, I agree.
And then next question. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's good.
What were you saying, Jake?
I was just saying, even after the Cardinals, like there's not a bunch of teams immediately after that would be strong.
Yeah.
Some candidates.
No, it would almost certainly be a trade.
So, unless the Dolphins are crazy enough to do it.
Who is... Oh, wow. So I believe it's the Bears.
Mm-hmm. They're picking, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Bears are taking Caden Proctor.
Ooh. That's interesting. Does that
they could use line help.
Or did he play guard? He might play left tackle for them initially.
He's got the athleticism to do it.
I don't think he moves his feet well enough to play left tackle right now. I just don't. That's just my takeaway.
Yeah, he also isn't great, like side to side.
He's just unless he loses even more weight, which he has been dropping weight. If he can get into like the 340s, 330s, I'd have to wait and see what he looks like then in his kick slide and his ability to move side to side. But I don't think it's NFL caliber at left tackle as it stands right now on his film. I just don't. I think inside, because of how powerful he is and the fact he still moves better than a lot of guys that are way where he weighs, he would be probably a really good pass protector as an interior player right away if he can learn the position. But as a left tackle, I don't know. That just at least right now. But there is a little bit of fog of war with him because of the dropping of weight, where it's like, all right, if he moves good for a 370-pound player, if he's now 340 pounds, is he going to move better than you also expect a 340-pound player to move? Like, maybe he can. I don't know. It's interesting.
On a very unrelated note, but never mind, it's a fake. Never mind, it's a fake tweet.
You got faked out. What was the fake tweet, though?
I just saw NFL background and a check mark, and then it was a quote from Diana Rossini.
God.
And it was saying, "I am deeply ashamed of my actions this weekend." But then, and I was reading it was like a typical like public apology, and then at the end it said, "And that'll make it 4-0 with a deep fly ball."
Yep, there it is. It'll never go away, and it's incredible.
Every single time somebody does something that they get like criticized online for, I see that meme every time.
It's the best.
It's so funny.
It's a deep fly ball to incredible stuff. We haven't talked about this because I care kind of, but not really. That whole situation is so fucking funny. I'm sorry.
It is. Like,
It's bad. It's bad if it's what we think it is, but it's also Like, come on, man.
It's what it allegedly is.
Yes.
But I don't know if people really knew about like the stuff with like Sean McVay and stuff like back in the day.
Sean McVay stuff.
But okay, so I don't know if this is like.
Oh, did she also hook up with McVay?
The GMs of Washington. I forgot what year it was. It was when McVay was there.
Okay.
The GM's wife put out a tweet about basically like her husband cheating on her with Diana. Let me go find the tweet.
So it wasn't McVay.
But there's some more. Well, there's also some with McVay. I'm just forgetting it right now.
But also all the clips that have come out about Rossini basically like hating her husband.
Okay. So there was a fight between so allegedly, don't know for sure, but it was a fight between two women who covered Washington because they found out they were both sleeping with Sean McVay, and allegedly one of them was Diana Rossini. But that was way back in the day. I was like, okay, that sounds like kind of a little bit too ridiculous to be true. So I didn't really believe it. And then
it does sound ridiculous.
And then now the Vrabel stuff, I'm like, oh, maybe. But even the Vrabel stuff, I guess you don't know for sure, you know.
I think at the end of the day, the fact that all of the clips that have come out like resurfaced about her like basically hating her husband is why this is so fascinating.
It makes it look bad.
She's like, if I had an above average looking partner, I'd post them too. Or like whatever she said about her, like about how he's average, so she doesn't post about him. And then like something about like, you know, it was all this stuff, and I'm just like,
I saw something about how like she was talking about how like, okay, we're getting way off track here.
Yeah,
I just talking about how like engagement isn't like, never mind.
It's a whole. She basically she sounds like she kind of, from what I've seen, the clips that I've now seen, I think she sounds like she might just kind of suck a little bit. And that's and it is what it is. People sometimes aren't the best people.
You guys should.
I saw that smirk. Don't do it. I know what I said. I know what I said.
I think that's what the whole thing's about.
It might be the problem. I know. I know that might be the problem. I
think that's what everyone's worried about.
I shouldn't have done it.
Is that she does stuff?
Yeah,
a lot.
I did the equivalent of saying. I just did the equivalent of saying what to Ligma, basically, is what I just did to myself. I hate it.
I've even heard stuff about like when she was in Tennessee. Like I've heard people. I haven't heard anything, but I've seen
trade
people
incoming.
Like, you don't want to know.
Trade incoming. Oh, Cardinals?
No, the Bills are trading out.
Oh. Well, this person's the Cardinal role, but. Ooh.
I wonder who this is for.
You were right about Proctor, by the way, which I think is an interesting fit because I think if he plays left tackle, I'm not a huge fan of it. But if he's going to move to guard eventually, I'm fine with it. That's a good pick.
Yes, I just wasn't 100% sure if that was like the pick because like the guy just put it in the group in the Epic Mock chat, didn't put it on the thing. But I think there are few people in this draft that are over 50. I think. And there's a lot of technology going on tonight.
Gold drafters. We love it. But the Proctor fit again, if he's the long-term replacement for the other, not Tooney, but I can't think of his name right now, the other guard in with the Bears right now. We can't think of his name right now.
You just draft somebody.
Yeah,
they did a left tackle, but
Ozzie Trapilo.
Well, that's the left tackle. I'm thinking the other guard for them.
Oh, Jonah Jackson.
Yeah, if he's the replacement for Jonah Jackson, I like that, like the long-term replacement for him. If it's left tackle for the Bears, I don't know if I love that.
But I mean, like,
Blake Miller. The Cardinals took Blake Miller.
I like that because they need a right tackle or just a tackle.
Well,
I think that's a good pick.
That is a tackle run right there, 4 in a row.
Yep.
It just feels early.
I don't think. Me personally, I think it's good.
I feel like for Miller, that's a fair spot.
I think it's fine. Again, he's not going to excite you that much, but the Cardinals have been so like not good at drafting offensive linemen for a long time. I think that if they took like
Malachi Lawrence for the Cowboys.
I've heard some stuff with him.
Malachi Warner?
Lawrence.
Malachi Lawrence. Oh,
I struggle to say the word
edge rusher.
What stuff did you hear? Like
that
off-field stuff?
No, like first round lock for stuff recently. I've heard basically, which like I need to go back and actually watch him.
I don't really see
No, I have a late day 2 grade.
I know. If you guys know John Ledyard, does Steelers Bucks. I'm sure you do, Jake. He has him as his number 1 edge rusher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in the same tier as a couple other guys, but he has him ahead of everyone else. He has him and Bain, and I forget who else is in the same tier.
I've seen some. I saw something like last week about him being like a late first round guy, but I think I need to rewatch him. I
think the best way to put it for him is that he is the exact opposite of Keldrick Falk. He's the anti-Keldrick.
Well, that sounds good to me then. I can get behind that.
He's only going to rush the passer.
Right.
And he's
awesome.
1 million years old.
Is he one of the guys who's older?
He's a 5th-year senior.
How old is?
And he's also just as raw technique-wise in every facet as Keldrick Falk.
Okay.
They have the same
he's 23. So he'll be 24 in July.
I mean, in his class, you might as well be a young pup, but but you know,
I did a
20 for rookie year,
There's some old ones in this class.
There's some old folks.
Also, the Blake Miller move. You guys have day 1 grades on him?
I have late day 1 for him.
I have late first round.
Wow, I have a 4th round grade on him.
I think he's a guy that a lot of people have
go
been
back
connecting to the Steelers at 21.
Which I
don't know if he'll go that high. Like I don't think he will, but I could definitely see him in like the late 20s.
I had a mid to early day 2 grade on him initially, and I feel like the more I watch these tackles, I'm confident that Blake Miller is going to be a solid right tackle for me if I take him. And I can sit there and just say I got a right tackle that's not going to be a problem for me. And sometimes that means you go on day 1. So, you know.
Yeah.
So Lawrence and we talked about Blake Miller just now. Yeah, Lawrence, I just haven't watched enough to know how crazy I find this pick to be, but this does feel like something that's going to happen, that he'll go somewhere on day 1. So where? I'm not sure. But we'll see. He does seem to me, from what I've heard, of a guy that's like, I just would rather wait to take him later. Like, I'll take a chance on him later, but
yeah. Texans. I wonder what the Texans do here.
You on true?
I mean, most of their tackles are gone now. I do like him though.
Go ahead, Don.
I must have missed it when you guys were talking about it. But what do you guys think of Cooper Jr. to the Steelers?
Oh, I think given the board receiver, I'd love it.
I could definitely see that happen in real life.
Yeah. He does all the stuff that none of the other receivers they have do. So, other than the run after catch stuff, but Metcalf does it more in a I'm a big freight train and fuck you way, versus Omar Cooper, who actually separates and runs routes and then runs out the catch. So I think that would make sense. He could slot right into the slot, and kind of be their primary slot player for right now. And then I think he has the versatility then too down the line. So, especially because Casey went off the board right ahead of him, which is who I'd take in that situation probably. I'm good with that. So,
yeah.
You're not as high on him, Dalton, right?
Who?
Or am I making that up? Cooper Jr.
Correct. I ended up moving him up, but he's still day 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I have early second round grade on him.
Yeah, I have a late one. I think he's going to be somewhere in the 20s on my board. I would say slightly behind Tyson with the injury concerns is where he'll end up, somewhere in that same range, because I think Tyson's once you get to a point where you're deciding between those two, I think the upside of Tyson, if he's healthy, kind of outweighs what Cooper could potentially be. So he'll be slightly behind him, but yeah, I think he'll be a good player.
Yeah, he's one of 5 receivers I have early second round grades on. And he's the 4th one. So he's my wide receiver 9. I have CJ Daniels and Chris Brazil and Elijah Surratt ahead of.
Oh, that's right. You love CJ Daniels. I forgot about that. I still need to go back and watch him because he's like in the 200s on the consensus board right now.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know if I checked his number, like what he tested at.
I can tell you right now.
Did he not test well?
I don't know if he tested at all. Actually, where's he at? Okay, so he did test at his pro day, 4.58 40, 6'2", 200, 4.58, 34.5 vert, 10.3 broad, 7.03 3 cone, 4.27 shuttle.
So below average for everything.
Pretty much, yeah. I think his RAS they didn't. I don't think he has a full one right now, but it's like 6. So. Yeah, that's probably part of it. And also, isn't he like 24?
He's a 6th-year senior.
Yeah, so he's older too. That probably hurts him.
Yeah, I'm actually dinging him a little bit. All right, I'll drop him. I mean, I'll go back and watch him first.
Yeah, I think it's good to just watch. Yeah.
But
oh, do we have nothing yet for the Texans?
Yeah. But what should we do with what should we do tomorrow? I mean, I assume we're going guard.
I would like to go guard if one's there. If we have to try to find a way to move up a little bit, we should probably consider it. Maybe we try to use it to pick from next year to do it.
Who do you guys like more between Basantis and Dunker? I know you like
for me.
I might go Dunker, but
I would also go Dunker.
Okay.
Where do you have him rated, Shane?
I have Dunker as a late day 2.
How about Basantis?
Mid day 2.
Okay. I am second on Dunker, late second on Basantis. So
okay.
I'm just mid day 2 on both of them. But Dunker like narrowly edges him.
I would say if we're looking at it pretty overall, even between the 3 of us, I think Basantis is probably the better scheme fit because of his movement skills versus Dunker, which is kind of the problem with him.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
Dunker does have, albeit minimal at the next level, but I think would have like emergency tackle flexibility.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean, again, like you would only do that if probably like one of your tackles went down and like your
the backup. Tackle. Yeah, right, but it's still technically
that will happen.
It's true. That's fair. I would say that will happen probably. So I would get that for sure. Yeah. I'm not gonna that's not one I'm gonna be like, I can't believe you take Jennings Dunker. I'm not gonna do that. That's not big. I will say by far the highest rated interior offensive line I have left is Pregnon. But I think he'll go before 55 anyway.
Do you have who's your highest?
I have Pregnon higher than both of them too, but I just kind of assumed it. I assumed that he wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
I thought he was before.
But if
he is there when we go on, I would probably. I mean, I would take him over Post.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I am. I guess what you would call it, Pregnon hater.
DJ Parker to KC.
Pregnant hater. Sorry.
Yeah, I have a third grade on Parker, or on Pregnon, but Parker just got drafted.
Say KC.
I'm sorry. Who did? Oh, TJ Parker.
Ooh.
Why did I think?
Well, I missed Parker a couple picks. The Texans.
Yeah, Max went to Houston.
Oh, they did take Ehonisher, which is what I said I think they should do. Yeah.
Just
TJ Parker.
But like he's. So your tackles are gonna be him and Ursery.
He liked the board.
Like I like Ursery, but like there's.
Well, they're probably gonna play someone at right tackle early on, or I forget who they brought in.
Trent Brown,
maybe. Yeah. But like Ehonisher, to me, like I would have taken Ehonisher over Ursery if they were in the same draft class. I'll say that much.
Fair. I would have taken her. I'd take Ursery.
I know you like Ursery a lot.
Is a little further. I think Ursery is more of a left tackle too.
That's true. Yeah, I think with Ehonisher, they're like if you're going to take a tackle, I definitely think he's the pick that's left because the tackle runs crazy. Yeah. So, but then again, like maybe you just don't take one because you just wait till day 2 because you have a pick coming up in the 30s for the Texans, I think. So maybe you wait and take an offensive lineman there instead. But if you are taking a tackle, that's who I would take that's left. And at least there's upside potential with him, I think, more so than some of the other guys here.
It's weird. Like, I actually really like what the Texans have upside-wise now. But, shit, like...
banking on a lot.
Yeah, if they're bad, I mean, people are going to get fired. And, like...
this is true.
Stroud might lose his job if, like, he continues to...
Oh, no, they have Braden Smith for now. That's fine. They can just start Braden Smith at right tackle. So that gives them a chance. So, like right now, according to our lads, Arian Ursery is left tackle, obviously. Wyatt Teller slided into left guard for now, which I think is fair. Jake Andrews at centers, whatever. Ed Ingram, whatever. And then Braden Smith. And your backup tackles are Blake Fisher, who I once upon a time liked but can't play football for them for some reason, and Trent Brown, who will play good football if he's playing football, but probably won't. So there you go.
So what I find interesting, So yeah, it works. But what I find interesting is the Parker pick now.
Yes.
Because who are the Chiefs looking to move up for?
I wonder.
22. And then also they said they like their board once 22 is up. So that means if that's the case,
must have went like after.
What's that, Jake?
Maybe somebody went like after a pick that they were thinking was going to drop or something.
Were they hoping to get one? Were they hoping to get one of the tackles as a long term next to who they took last year to be the opposite side, and then all of them went?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Either that or were they just legitimately thinking, like, at this point, we feel like we can get either Parker or Lawrence, and they were just figuring that one of them would drop?
Maybe, but Parker, like, this is the very top of where I'd consider him. And, like, even, like, 'cause I put him on our board just because I thought maybe if we traded back, he might be the best edge there. But he is their type. Big, physical.
Yeah.
Good mover, but not like an truly explosive athlete. Like he fits at least. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't mind like the value of where they took him at all.
Yeah, I think it's mostly fine. Yeah, I think I had early day 2, so this is fine. It's close enough. Yeah. But interesting.
Is there anything else we're looking at for tomorrow other than best available IOL tomorrow?
I mean, I think if one of the corners that we like is there and we have higher grades on them, maybe you just figure we'll just take a later day 2 guard and live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could move up for like I know we were talking about Colton Hood earlier.
Chris Johnson would be awesome on this team.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys think corner and guard are the 2 most important positions tomorrow?
Yeah, that or like maybe if the edges have kind of gone off the board, but like if one of the day 2 edges that we like is there, like I like Akis a lot.
Still Keldrick Falk.
Yeah, there is still Keldrick Falk, which I mean, once we're in day 2, for sure, I guess. Yeah. But he won't make it to 55.
I've seen our Mason Thomas to the Chargers in a lot of
but I mean, again, if you get all the way down to like 55, then like at that point, who knows? But I don't know.
Yeah, I do kind of like. This is a later one, but maybe like if we're still looking for edge, I do like Kieran Crawford.
Me too. Yeah,
that would be one that.
Yeah, actually, I like that.
But
he'd probably be like closer to 86.
Yeah,
if not later than that. So.
Yeah, but also like there's a lot of depth. Like late day too. Yeah, like Jaysean Barham could also be.
I still need to go back and watch him. By the way, I'm glad you mentioned his name.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He's interesting as like a 3-4 edge. Also, what do you guys think? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think about a wide receiver late day two, like a 10 first?
Late day two, sure. I think. Is there anyone?
Like, would you take him at 86?
Yeah.
This is first.
At 86, yeah.
Yeah. I know you guys don't like him enough to take at 55.
No, I think it's a little early for what he is, but I like the prospect though overall.
He just might be really fucking good.
You know who would be really fun at 55 if we were going to take a receiver, just because I think he could replace a lot of what they have gotten out of Keenan Allen in the past.
Ooh, I'm curious. Are you going to say... I know you're going to say.
Okay. You want to take a guess?
Who is it? Oh, I'm going to get... Okay, I'll guess. Is it Jeremy Bernard?
Yes.
Not
a ton of explosiveness, not a ton of like gonna get you explosives, but he's gonna catch a good amount of passes. He's gonna run after the catch. He's got a good feel for everything. If they want that skill set again, but not have to ask 4-year-old, 35-year-old Keenan Allen to do it, who's a free agent still, as far as I saw most recently, I think that would be fun. But
if he was at 55, I would kind of jump over that. I really like him, but I don't know if he's going to be.
I don't know either, but
I don't know. To me, if you're going to go receiver at 55, like it needs to be someone that's like got potential to be your best receiver.
I guess, but like I'm more thinking of like what role are they trying to fill at that point?
Yeah.
Because
always
been good with that type of player, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Colton Hood just went to Miami.
That's so they Maui Noah, Colton Hood.
Yeah, I think so.
That'll play.
Yeah, that actually works with.
That's like a both realistic-ish mock draft, and also one that I would 100% co-sign as someone who currently edits the Dolphins website.
Oh yeah, Maui Noah to the Dolphins would feed families.
Yeah, probably his mostly.
Yeah,
but
he'd live like a king down there.
Oh yeah, he would. Maybe a little too much. Maybe we have to keep him in check. But yeah, I that would be an awesome mock. Maybe I'll steal some of that for the one I'm doing on Saturday. So
yeah. We're done.
Yeah, we are for day one. Which, tell you what, if we can get a full first round mock in before maybe before 9 p.m. That's
nice.
Pretty
quick. That is quick.
Because as much fun as this has been, I do have other things I could do tonight. So being able to do that and this would be great. So, but this has been a lot of fun. I don't think there's anything. There hasn't been too many things where I'm like, this is bonkers, obnoxiously bad.
There's been a few interesting picks, but there's nothing that's like drastic.
Especially if you factor in like consensus and like what we kind of expect to see, maybe. Like there's some guys that have been taken. Like I know Dalton, there's a couple that you don't really like. There's a couple that I don't really care for that much. Same with you, Jake. Like from our own personal boards, but from an overall like what could potentially happen standpoint, not a lot of like hold the phone. What the fuck are we talking about? Type of stuff. So which is you can take it or leave it. I think it's better to try to sort of be real about it if we can, to some degree, especially for something like this. But I do think it's been mostly pretty understandable. Because even the Cassius Howe thing, no offense, JT, it's early for me, but that was a pick until everyone fully confirmed that he has tiny little T-Rex arms. Everyone was kind of like, I thought that was a popular mock draft pick for a long time. So I think he's just stayed with it because he just likes the player enough, and that's fine. So.
Yeah.
So Colton Hood. So we got Patriots. The Patriots are interesting because all the fucking tackles are gone. Every one of them. So if they wanted one of them, not going to happen. Who's left at receiver? Anyone?
On the board? Boston, Bell, Bernard.
Boston to Boston?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he would.
Boston to Boston?
Like in the red zone?
Yeah. You could do, his name would definitely be Denzel Boston. Like that's what they call him, for sure, if he went to New England. I wouldn't hate that. That's, again, the value is closer to where I have him at that point. Definitely not very much like anyone they have, except for, I guess, Mr. Barefoot himself, Mac Hollins, because he's big.
And Mac Hollins is really a slot. That
just which is funny, yeah, but it's true.
He's a 6'4" slot receiver, and it's hilarious.
Hey, someone's got to do it.
And I wonder if he still like sends Derek Carr a Christmas card every year, just like a thank you for like just making my entire career.
Someone just said Falk is still on the board. I should be like, good. At this point, I'm being mean for no reason.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a Keldrick Falk guy.
I just wish I felt better about what he wanted to be. Yeah. That's all.
Here's what they said about our pick.
Yeah, I never got to hear. I'll have to go back and listen to it, but if they got to it, which I'm hoping they did by now, because otherwise they're way behind. Oh, by the way, my this is not related to what we're doing tonight, but my NBA parlay from yesterday hit.
Oh, nice.
So that's
I
cool.
didn't know.
So,
What'd you say?
My NBA parlay, the one that I did, like that was the games were going on during the show last night. They had hit.
Nice.
So got a cool, like, I think it was like $67 or something like that. So nice.
Oh yeah.
But
you also bet Justin Rose for the Masters, didn't you?
He was in one of my parlays for like a top 20.
He's 2 under first day.
I just realized
he's always good.
At the Masters specifically. Like I just realized I didn't check to see what everyone's doing. Well, I already don't like that I'm not seeing my boy's name. Oh, yeah. No, +2. Oh no, it's over.
Well, it seems like the course was horrible today because only 17 guys finished even or better.
I saw that. Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. Yeah.
So almost the entire field was over par today.
Is that Sam Burns?
Yes, it
is. Rory's, hey.
Yep.
Back to back, perhaps. That'd be pretty sick. Jason Day out here doing it.
Of course, Scotty's top 10 now. Scotty's gonna win this one, and just to piss everybody off.
That would be 3, right?
Yeah.
3 Masters for him. It's pretty good. What do we have? Any update on the Patriots pick? No.
They're still picking.
Looks like they only have 4 minutes, though, to do it, if they're going to do it. Well, I just saw a comment about this. What are our thoughts on the? I want to say it's. I think you say. I think it's pronounced Uar Bernard, the international pathway player guy that's like 300 pounds and ran like a 4.6 something. Did you guys see about him? Oh, Dalton, you are. I think it's Uar. Maybe you said Bernard, the international pathway player, defensive tackle that runs like a 4.6 to like 3.06 or something like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know what you do with that.
I don't know, but I'd want to see what happens.
But where do you take a guy like that?
Compensatory 7th.
Yeah.
Has he not?
What's up?
I just looked him up. Has he ever played football?
Not like actual football. No, he's just doing the pathway thing where they just train him on like how to like do stuff, and then he goes and tries to do it.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing with Mylotto, where like he didn't play actual football.
When it comes to the 7th round, like I feel like 6th and 7th round picks, you're kind of just picking for like traits.
Yeah, they don't exist actually.
Traits you can find. So you might I'd spend a 7th rounder on that.
Why not?
Like, I mean, you never know. At that point in the draft, you're pretty much just betting on like any rare trait anyway. So,
what has happened with these last couple of picks?
I don't know. It's weird. Maybe they just were like, "What are we doing?"
Maybe they're in trade talks or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They also might not have realized they were going to be up this early.
Maybe they were like, "Wait a minute, it's my turn. I'm still at dinner."
Like, wait a minute, we're only 2 hours into this. How are we done?
It's like, well, everyone's on their shit tonight. That's why.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get 32 groups of people together and it's not a disaster. I'd say it's rare, but by golly, we did it. Well, I guess we didn't do it, but we're just here. But no, I think this mock has been interesting. I think it's not, again, that dissimilar to what we could probably see potentially in a lot of ways. The Cardinals trade up thing is definitely like kicking that off, or trade down, I should say. That's so interesting because if they did that in real life, I would just be like, hell yeah, dude, good for you.
Ooh, a couple notes from the Epic.
Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah, go ahead, dog.
So apparently, the Cowboys were looking to move down from 12.
Okay.
And just couldn't find a suitor.
Okay.
It seems like generally everyone wanted to move down and nobody wanted to move up.
Right.
Also, the Steelers guys said that the Carolina pick changed strategy entirely.
Oh, he was going to take Rodriguez at 21?
Oh.
I don't know if it just changed like everyone's thinking.
Okay. Because I could see a team, like someone who's a Steelers fan, wanting that because of how fucking terrible Patrick Queen is. But even I'd be like, I'd rather try to wait and see if he goes day 2 and trade.
He might also just mean like everyone thought that was going to be a receiver.
Oh, right. That could mean that too. Yeah.
Because right now it's just Tet and Mushmouth. Jalen
Coker Erasure Dalton. What the hell? Right. He's the actual second best receiver on the team, which is not ideal. Yeah, but especially when one of them is a first round pick. Yeah, Leggett disappointed me because like I really thought there was something there with him, and maybe it's maybe someone will figure something out, but I don't know, he just can't figure it out right now.
Yeah, I mean, God, and then the thick Louisiana accent is like one of those things where like if you're good, it's a really cool, endearing thing, but now his interviews just hit way different when
now I just can't understand you, and it just makes me a little sad.
Yeah, and like angry for no reason.
I'm just more like, man, I wish I knew what you were saying. I kind of don't really know. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I just need to listen better. But
admin pick incoming for the Patriots because it looks like the person's
they were just like
auto picked.
Damn. Yeah, what happens there?
I think just Jim does it.
Yeah, I think he might just like auto, like just not auto do it, but like just talk it out and then make the pick.
I wonder who would BPA be.
I'm not sure. I've been trying to keep track of it, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do a good
Maybe like a Mesidor, maybe, or I don't know how high CJ Allen might be. I don't know. I turned on the Draft Professor show, but they're still talking about a different prospect. So
looks like they're talking about it now.
okay.
I think they're talking about the admin pick, like what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I paused the show to see if.
Yeah, I think they're gonna talk it out and make a pick right now.
Oh, I think they're just gonna choose themselves.
Yeah, like they're gonna talk it out. I think then he's gonna pick someone. Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they might not have expected it to be so early.
Maybe, which, like, to be fair, I get, but also gotta be ready to go. You never know.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught with your pants down, like maybe Mike Vrabel. And we're back. No.
Did you guys see the photo of them at like the bar today?
Yeah.
It's coming out like a crime scene thing. Like
that's
the worst.
Yeah.
It's like how do you even get that?
The internet's always watching, Jake. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Think in your most vulnerable moments.
I think they just like didn't think that they were like famous enough that like somebody would.
I mean, I'll be honest. If I saw Mike Vrabel in public, I'd be like, "What's up, Mike?"
Yeah, but like those long distance photos, like they look like.
Oh yeah.
They look like private investigators.
That could be anyone's like weird parents.
Yeah.
if you didn't know them.
Yeah.
So I guess
the whole thing's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't really want to weigh in too much other than like that's probably not good. You know, especially because I believe both of them are married. So
yeah, they are.
You know, not great. Don't really like to see that happen to people in general. Although apparently, according to Diane Rossini, her husband is just so plain, so average. Maybe he doesn't even care. I don't know.
I've never seen more Rossini interviews than I have on like my Twitter page in the last 2 days, and it's all. I don't even want to like bring him up on here because some of them are kind of like she'll just say something and I'll be like, why? Like what?
Yeah, it's weird.
So what they decide to go with for the admin pick?
I think they're still talking about it. Oh,
I think they're. It is.
Oh, it looked like someone was typing, but no, it went away. Oh.
Let's see. Falk.
Wow.
Which to Patriots, that's the most Patriots edge rusher.
That is and like that's legitimately a great pick, honestly.
Maybe for some people.
Yeah, but at 30, like,
no, it's fine. It's fine. At this point, it's fine. It's fine.
You don't want to know how high he is on my board.
I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna be. He's gonna end up being like 22, because you're gonna have him like 10, and I'm gonna have him like 60, and Jake's gonna have him like 41.
I don't have him in my top 10.
He'll probably be lower than 41 for me.
Okay, well, never mind that.
He's probably like 50s.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he'll be like 31, which is funny because that's where he just went. So maybe our consensus when we do the consensus boards in a little while, maybe it will just be what his actual draft position is. Which, hey, broken clock's right twice a day, right?
Yeah.
So Keldrick Falk. So then Seattle. I'll tell you what. Seattle 32. Who's left on? Screw it. Throw Mesidor in there. You want to have a million different pass rushers, and you just lost Mafe. Just throw Mesidor in there. You're not worried about 8 years from now. Who cares?
You know what I've seen a lot for the Seahawks in like mock drafts? I don't agree with it, but Jadarian Price.
I was about to say, I mean, I think it's way too early. I'm not that high on Price, but for them, they would probably make it work.
Yeah, the needs there. I do have an early day 2 grade on Price. I think he's worth like a top 45-ish pick personally, because I think the upside is there with him and not a lot of wear on the tires playing behind Love. But 32 is definitely iffy but again, this is a Super Bowl team. Got to remember that. However, the last time I believe a Super Bowl team picked a running back that was maybe a day 2 player at best was the Chiefs when they took Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So maybe that's not a great precedent. But I like Price a good bit, so I wouldn't hate it. I just think it would be probably not the best value.
Fair.
But yeah, I would say Mesidor is a fun one. Because again, you just slot him right in there, and it's just like, all right, well, lost Boye Mafe, but what if we have an other older-ish prospect who's good kind of right now? Let's just throw in there. Woo. Keep that going. I could see that.
It looks like the last call for pick 32. So they're trying to move out.
Wow, they gave the Patriots like 15 minutes, and the poor Seahawks only get.
Well, no, I think isn't that you saying, Dalton? They're trying to take.
The Seahawks GM is saying last call.
Yeah, someone wants to come up.
Nobody wants to make picks.
They don't. Yeah. They're like, screw it, we'll do it later.
God, tomorrow's gonna be a bloodbath, I feel.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be.
I feel like literally everybody just is like, I'm gonna move down.
And now they did, and it's like, well, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do?
Oh, here comes.
I think there's gonna be so many people trying to move up tomorrow.
Yeah, because then all the players that didn't go in the first round, they're like, actually, I love that guy. And then they're gonna try to come up, and everyone's gonna be like, no, I want this player. He's good. And then it's just gonna be a disaster. It's gonna take like exactly 7 minutes and like 42 seconds to pick tomorrow. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I hope nobody has any plans for it.
Who is everybody's best available player on their boards right now?
Oh man, I have to like myself I haven't done my actual board yet too. So
I mean, McNeil Warren is definitely high up there for me.
Yeah.
Tienemann's probably also high up there.
No, he's off the board
went off already, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they took
Basantis.
Yeah.
Fill that other guard spot. That takes another guard off the board for us, which is not great.
Yeah.
Highest graded player I have left.
Wow. All 27 of my first round graded guys are off the board.
Well, that means that they like your thought process, Dalton. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I think the highest rated player I have left.
I don't know who I have.
Right?
Did Boston get picked?
No.
Oh, then Boston's mine.
Probably
so mine.
Boston. Oh, sorry, you can go, Shane.
So mine is that's kind of hilarious, but it might be Markel Bell, which is my against consensus player of the year, which I love. I did see that Brandon Thorne likes him a good amount, which makes me feel better about myself a little bit. But he doesn't think he's like a fringe first round pick either, so I guess it's not true.
I gotta make sure I watch Bell.
Oh yeah, you didn't get a chance to watch him, huh? I already know Dalton's gonna be like 5th round pick next. I can already feel it coming. He's just gonna absolutely strike down my soul. I'm like, damn it! All right, fire.
I don't think I watched him. Let me double check.
I know you didn't when we did the tackle show, but it doesn't mean you didn't go back and watch him though.
Yeah, I was going back. I didn't see him in any like top 100s. I don't.
Because he's not. He's like consensus like 142, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Did you ever get a chance to watch him, Jake?
No, I haven't watched him yet.
Oh, you two you need to before we do the final shows.
I'll make sure I watch him.
I need to know if I'm insane or if am I holding the torch by myself. Like, am I holding the torch by myself for this podcast? Because I'll do it. I'm not scared. I'll I'll do it. But I need to know if I am or not. But no, so yeah, so let's real quick. Let me pull it up here real quick. So, do we want to recap the first round real quick, and then we can call it a night and get ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Mendoza obviously was one. We didn't even talk about that because it was already in. Because of course he was. David Bailey goes to the Jets, which I find interesting and also not what I would do. But I think we all kind of agree on that one. I think, right?
Yeah.
Sonny Styles with a trade with the Giants and the Cardinals. Cardinals go down to 5. Giants come up to 3 to select Styles. It's a little bit of a risky thing for me, but I get it. Also, Dalton, you're number 1 player. I know that you were a fan of that.
Yeah, but like if I was sitting at 3, I would take Styles. I was 2, I'd take Styles pretty much. If I didn't need a quarterback, I'd take Styles.
Gotcha.
But I don't think I would give up my 2nd-round pick next year.
Yeah, that is.
Take him at 3 instead of 5, especially like when I imagine he was probably going to be there at 5.
Yeah, that's the thing. So the trade again was pick 5 and 188 and a second-round pick and the second-round pick next year to the Cardinals for their 3rd pick. So the Giants gave up a good amount to do that move, but they get their guy. Jeremiah Love goes to the Titans, as we kind of at this point, at least for now, expect to be the case in real life as well. Cardinals get Ruben Bain at 5, huge steal.
Great value.
Awesome pick. I shouldn't say huge steal because it's still 5th pick, but like who I would be taking it to. He's my guy I'm taking, not a quarterback. So it's kind of the same thing that Dalton has with Styles.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, he is right there on my board. He's 3 on my big board.
Right. So then Cardinal Tate goes to the Browns, which we talked about, maybe not the best value, but they did end up kind of helping themselves out later. We'll get to them. The Commanders quickly went with Caleb Downs, understandable. Arvell Reese goes to the Saints. Chiefs take Jermon McCoy at 9. I know that's a little early even for me, but also I do have him CB1. Jake does too. Dalton a little lower on him. So that one's definitely a little bit.
Yeah, he's still my CB2, but
right, just not quite that high.
Yeah.
Bengals take Delane right after him, which I do think these players should go close to each other. That's kind of my biggest takeaway with those two. I think they're very good corner prospects. Dolphins go Francis Mauigoa, falls to them. That's an awesome pick in my opinion. Cowboys go Kenyon Sadiq and say, fuck the defense. We're going to score 38 points a game. And if we don't, we're going to be bad and it won't matter anyway.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of like the idea of just saying for the Cowboys, we've tried so many different things on defense in the last year. None of them worked. So like, we're just going to quit.
Here's the thing. I would totally agree with that if they didn't trade away Micah fucking Parsons to do this.
I mean, yeah.
That's the problem, is that they had a cornerstone defensive piece that you should theoretically be able to build around without having to get every single goddamn thing right. And they traded that in for what? Kenyon Sadiq and I guess Quinnen Williams. Yeah, that's not. They didn't even use the pick. They used.
Yeah, it was not even Sadiq. They would have traded Sadiq for.
They took Malachi. It's Malachi Lawrence. That's who's their replacement for Micah Parsons in this situation. So, which will.
So you got Malachi Lawrence, and who's the guy they got from the Packers?
Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark, who is not as good anymore, unfortunately.
No.
So much so they had to go trade for Quinnen Williams.
Not a great maneuver.
It's the whole thing, but I understand he's a good player. Mekhi Lemon goes to the Rams, which feels like one of the picks that is like somehow the most set in stone, despite it being the 13th pick in the draft. Like if you look everywhere, every single like mock draft has Lemon going to the Rams. It feels like, so that's interesting.
Yeah, which I feel like it's because it's kind of a reach.
It depends on how you feel about the slotness of it all, but I get it too. Like it's interesting. I think that the Rams are going to do whatever they think is the best thing for them, like today, which I get with their situation. Vega Ioane, unfortunately for us, goes to the Ravens at 14. Cassius Howell, shout out JT, goes to the Bucks at 15, which again, very popular mock draft pick like 2 months ago, not as much recently. So I guess he just is not with that recent trend. Jets go Jordan Tyson, take the chance on the very talented Arizona State wide receiver. Spencer Fano goes to the Lions at pick 17. Very interesting fit. Vikings, they stick with the very popular pick in most mock drafts as well, Dylan Thieneman, safety out of Oregon. Panthers go Jacob Rodriguez, which, as much as I like the player, very weird pick to me for a multitude of reasons. But
that's probably the pick I hated the most in this first round.
Which means he hates fun, Jake. No,
or no, the second pick I hate the second most. Blake Miller, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't like that. Yeah, I actually fine with that one. Speaking of which, we'll get to him in a second. Casey Concepcion goes to the 49ers, which if you are a Casey Concepcion fan like I am personally, you want him to go to the Niners probably. That would be an awesome fit. So whether it's at 27 or 20 or wherever they take him, that's probably where you should want him to go. My Pittsburgh Steelers take Omar Cooper Jr., who at that point in the draft, I think that's where I would probably go to. So I like that. We go, of course, Peter Woods, the interior defensive lineman from Clemson. Eagles go Monroe Freeling, the most Eagles tackle literally of all time from Georgia. Also goes to Georgia, makes him even more of an Eagles pick. That one was like so on the nose. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to happen now. We're going to have to watch that happen. The Browns take Caleb Lomu. So they get Tate and Lomu, where I think considering the way the receivers went off the board, they probably made the right decision in terms of like how they did it, honestly. So that's fun. The tackle out of Utah. Caden Proctor, we'll say offensive lineman from Alabama, because I think he probably would be a guard for the Bears. Blake Miller, we talked about that a second ago, to the Cardinals in a trade-up situation. They gave up, looks like, actually 26. So they gave up pick 34 and 104 to Buffalo to come up. So I like it because I do like Miller as I think Miller is a good right tackle prospect. I do. So I know, Dalton, you're not a fan of that one, but I did like that one a decent amount for what they're looking to do. Malachi Lawrence goes to the Cowboys. We talked about that one. I have not watched him, so I'm not going to speak too highly or negatively about that one. I'm not sure about that. Maxie Honsher goes to the Texans at 28 to form a very talented but also very raw tackle duo in Houston, which then again, Honsher might not have to play right away because Braden Smith's presence there. We have TJ Parker go to the Chiefs again, the most Chiefs edge rusher of all time. A lot of that going on in this draft. Colton Hood goes to the Dolphins, finishing a very good day, in my opinion, for the Dolphins, getting Maui Noah and Colton Hood in the same draft class. Really cool. Keldrick Falk gets admin picked because the Patriots GM probably thought he was 2 hours away from picking his player. So
he's gonna log on 30 minutes from now and be so confused.
He's gonna be like, "Oh man!" Hopefully, it's who we would have taken. That's all I'll say. Yeah. And then finally, we end with Chase Besantis going to the Seahawks. Very much their type, and that would mean back-to-back guards in the first round for the Seattle Seahawks, who didn't take a guard in the first round the entirety of their current GM's tenure up to that point. That being John Schneider. So that would be a very interesting way to end the first round. Yeah. Any final thoughts on the first round, how everything played out?
Interesting.
Yeah.
The first trade between New York and Arizona, that's just a great move for Arizona.
Yes.
And then the Rodriguez pick really does stand out to me just because I've heard some late first round stuff with him. I need to watch him again. I just don't really see it. So
I am there.
That was more interesting.
So that's
to me.
More.
Yeah.
But
so 19. I guess if you see him as a late first round guy, I guess that makes sense. I get the Blake Miller pick as well. I like him at 26. I think we've covered pretty much all those.
Yeah. Tell you what, the thrill of the GM stuff was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But man, it's a ride. But also I do wonder if we're I think my big takeaway though is there's a big market for interior offensive linemen.
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah.
And I'm worried. I feel like we're gonna have to I wonder if we're gonna have to move up to get somebody like that can start, because the Chargers probably need to draft somebody that can start day one.
Unless you like Cole Strange and Trevor Penning as your starting guards, that is correct.
Not great.
Not what I'd be doing.
And at this point, we're thinking what, Pregnon or Dunker.
Yeah, see, Pregnon would be my far and away best offensive line. Maybe, honestly, he might be the player I think is the highest left on my board, depending on how I land on Bell. So he would be far and away my favorite. Dunker, man.
Dunker at 55, I think, is fine.
It's fine. I think Rutledge is in that conversation now then, too.
Yeah. It'd be a little early for me, but I'd be okay with it.
Me too. But again, you need someone. I think he can play. Like I don't think he's going to be anything close to us, but I know he can play, and I think that's a big thing at this point.
Here's the thing: would you take Rutledge over Brian Parker?
Yeah,
I would personally.
Yeah, for guard, I think.
I think Parker's a center, hopefully.
Yeah, but I think he
can play
guard. Yeah, for the Chargers.
The skill set fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that one's interesting, but I'd rather try to wait to 86 for that.
Yeah.
If we don't like the guard board at 55, but we think we can get someone like him at 86. And I know you're playing with fire then, but I think if there's players who are clearly better in our opinion than the guards are at 55, that might be our next target then. Someone who can play a couple positions like that.
And I mean, yeah. The nice thing is, and also, do you think Bradbury could kick out to guard if,
No.
No. So that's the thing. So if we're drafting a center, it has to be a center that we
Wait, no, it'd be Biotish is who the Chargers have.
Oh, I don't.
Bradbury went to the Bears because the Patriots traded.
Oh, that's right. I'm on the Bears. That's right.
Oh, so you said that. I'm like, wait, is that? No, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Biotish. Now, Biotish might be able to, but I think he settled in as a good center. I don't know if you'd want to move him off center.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no. Yes, we're looking probably hoping Dunker falls at this point, I think. Because if you guys are that high on Pregnon, if you think everyone else is that high on Pregnon.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it to 55. If he does, I would certainly heavily advocate for him because I also think he's a really good fit for what the Dolphins are going to, or not Dolphins, the Chargers. Same thing, I guess, sort of.
And the Chargers are worried more about now than future. So the fact that he's a 6th year.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to care about that because he's just a good player.
Yeah. Problem is though, McDaniel wants guys that can pull, right?
In general, he does, but I think specifically as a zone blocker, Pregnon was one of the best graded zone blockers in the country for a reason.
Yeah,
really good.
But he can't pull at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Dunker can pull, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think at that point you're just trying to get someone who can play, and I would be willing to especially if you got I think you like Pregnon too a lot, Jake, but. If Dunker and him were there, I'd be fine taking either one, but I would heavily advocate for Pregnon in that situation.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not really worried about. I don't think we're going to have that conversation, unfortunately. I don't think he's going to be there at 55.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Honestly, I don't know if Dunker is going to be there.
He might not be either. Yeah, with how many offensive linemen went in the first round, because how many? I want to pull that actually back up before we get out of here because I think
assuming Pregnon goes in the top 40.
Which I would guess he would.
That means we'd have to make it 15 picks at least without somebody wanting a guard.
Yeah, which...
That's a long way to go.
Doesn't sound likely.
I wish we had more capital to work with.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the other Iowa interior offensive lineman? Played more center, but can probably play guard too. Logan Jones.
I still need to go back and watch him because you liked him.
He's a 5th-year senior, converted defensive lineman. He's fun.
Yeah. I mean, for me, he was like a 3rd round guy.
Gotcha.
He is pretty fun, and I do like that he's recently converted. I have more hope for him than other old prospects, like just because of that.
Just because he's older, but it's because he's been changing positions.
Yeah,
he's new to the position.
There's more of a reason to wonder if there's untapped potential there.
The only thing is he's going to be 25 during his rookie year, but with tackles, that's kind of when they start getting good, anyways.
Yeah,
or with linemen in general. Yeah.
I just checked 9 offensive linemen total in the first round.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Makes sense. There is a dearth of good offensive line play in the NFL right now.
There was at one point there was 4 consecutive tackles taken,
and then it was somebody else and then another tackle. I think.
Yeah, it was Freeling, Lomu, Proctor, Miller, and then Ihanacher after the Lawrence.
5 out of 6 picks were offensive tackles.
And none until pick 11, though.
Yeah.
Just because Maui was the first one picked. So
that reminds me of that one draft where like JSN and like 4 other receivers.
Oh yeah, like Zay Flowers, JSN, Quentin Johnson. Who else was there? Someone else got picked too, I think. All of them just went all in a row. They're like, all right, time to take receivers now. It's like, oh shit. Like they're waiting for the first player to be taken, which I think was Johnston, wasn't it?
It was Johnston because I know JSN came after him.
Oof. Imagine the Chargers right now with 3.
Yeah.
Imagine JSN on the Chargers right now.
I don't want to.
That would be scary.
Oh no, JSN was before Johnson. JSN
was he the? No, he was the first one.
Johnston, Flowers, and Jordan Addison came.
Oh, that's right. That's a collection of players.
Yeah.
You got maybe a top 3 receiver in the NFL at this moment in time, depending on who you ask. You got the funniest player maybe I've seen in a while because he's either awesome or terrible. A guy who refuses to both like catch the ball and run forward at the same time. And then Jordan Addison, who pretty much like loves to trespass more than he likes to like play football. So, or just do weird stuff.
Yeah.
In general, not sure. Drive fast on the highway. You'd think Jordan Addison went to Georgia or something, but he didn't.
It's funny. There was a lot of talk tonight about older prospects.
Yeah,
and I saw a very interesting quote in the Draft Professor, like in the chat underneath the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dame Brugler said this tonight. How many players age 25 or older have been taken in the top 50 over the last decade? 1. One player age 25 or older has been taken in the top 50 in the last decade. And like, we're talking about like
multiple,
and like Mezzador going in the first round possibly this year.
Who was in the last decade? I'm trying to remember who that would have been because Brandon Whedon was more than a decade ago now.
Would it be Shuck?
Oh yeah, because Shuck just went, and if that's who
top
it is,
50, yeah.
2 quarterbacks. That's it. In the last like however many, like at least since Whedon was drafted in 2012.
So Mezzador going top 32, like is like it because there was a lot of talk about him going tonight, and he didn't get picked.
Yeah, which that didn't so shock me too much, and I think I don't think that's necessarily like a bad thing. I think that makes sense for what his profile is, but I could still see a fit in the first round for him, depending on who it is. But I think the problem is a lot of the guys who it fits, like they're picking a little too early for me, I think, to take him.
You know what would be, what would be great if he falls to 43, Miami would have like the perfect draft.
Yeah, but they like Mezzador will be like 29 by the time the team is good.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like the Miami's the exact team that shouldn't take Akeem Mezzador because they don't need to find a ready-made pass rusher right now because no matter what they do in this draft, they're not going to be good next year. Does not matter what they do.
2 years though.
Maybe. And then you have Mezzador, Chop Robinson. Oh God, that's a funny combination of people. Chop Robinson's probably younger than Mezzador right now.
Oh, absolutely he is.
Yeah, because he's
by a couple of years.
Is he 23 or 24 now? It's one of the two.
I think he's 24.
I think Chop, because Chop was like he was a true junior when he got drafted.
Was he?
I think.
Now I need to know. Chopathan Robinson was like.
Yeah, he just turned 23. Like 2 months ago.
Jeez. Yeah, well, Mesidor could be his uncle, I guess. I don't know. I love since we're talking about him real quick. I think I want to say it was the Stock Exchange guys called him Leather Helmet. Is his nickname because he's obviously ancient. I thought that was pretty sick.
Leather Helmet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a few guys though that like could go early tomorrow that are gonna be 25.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the old folks' home before you know it.
Yeah, Pregnon will be 25 as a rookie, won't he?
Yeah, but if it's an offensive lineman, I just don't care because like they already play sometimes till they're like 35 anyway. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like it's where you play matters in that conversation. Like that's why quarterback has been probably the last two guys drafted in the top 50 is quarterbacks because if they're good, they'll play 10 years even if they start at like 26. Like if they're really good, they'll play a decade anyway. Like I could see Tyler shucking some corn until he's 37. Why not? Chucking some long.
Yeah, most quarterbacks don't get good till they're 30 now.
This is true. Or if they're good, it's like very specific, weird ways, and then eventually they learn how to play. Like Caleb Williams is so talented that he just makes it work. When he's 29, who knows how good he could be?
I think he is just beginning to hit his potential.
Yeah, I mean he's 2 years in and he's a freak. So like, it's kind of like you who knows how good he could get.
Some of those throws he was making in the playoffs was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's got that, and I don't want to put this on him because it's really unfair for you to comp. And it's not even a comp; it's just like the same feeling I get watching him throw the football. He's got some Aaron Rodgers to him.
Yeah.
Like you see the ball come out of his hands, you're like, oh shit, that dude fucking rips throws. Like that's sick. Especially the off platform and all the bullshit he can do with his arm. Like that's because Aaron would do the thing that would, and I hate talking about Aaron Rodgers positively because I can't really do it anymore. But whenever I could do it, which was a decade ago, well, I guess even more recently than that. But he would do shit where I'm like, all right. I would, if I was playing against him, I would probably have to be like, I actually fucking hate you, dude. I hope you get hurt. Like he would do that type of shit to people.
No,
like
the Rodgers comp is actually really good. I think like really accurate because I think similar levels of mobility. At least like
I think Williams is more explosive as a runner than Rodgers ever was. Actually, as an actual like a ball carrier specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
But in the pocket and stuff,
the insane combination of arm talent and instincts.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the fact that I think Caleb Williams is also going to be like Rodgers in that the longer his career gets, the more insufferable he's going to become.
Probably.
The vibe, like they're both just that kind of guy that like, I think their biggest issue is like, he's always going to be a little bit of a headache as your franchise quarterback.
Probably, but see, there was a point in Aaron Rodgers' career that he could say or do anything, and you'd just be able to like get mad about it, and then you'd see him throw one pass, and you're like, "Oh, that's right."
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's
going to be
right.
Williams for a while.
Exactly. It's like, oh, that's why I deal with this guy because he's like one of 4 people who can even attempt to do what he just did that exists on the planet Earth currently. So you live with it.
But once he hits his like mid-30s, it's gonna be like, all right, go away.
Yeah, like if Kirk Cousins acted like Aaron Rodgers did, he wouldn't be in football anymore.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But instead, everyone loves Kirk Cousins because he acts like a choir kid, and it's hilarious. And he also gets mega bucks. So,
did you see his latest quote on John Gruden's show?
He was on John Gruden's show.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! What?
So he was talking about how like, meanwhile, he has never done this sport, but the sport he wants to get his kids into is wrestling because he wants to make them irrepressible.
What does that even mean?
I think he just wants them to be like very, very resilient.
I don't know if I like the fact that Kirk Cousins used the word irrepressible or irrepressible. Like, I don't know. I might call a red flag on that one. I don't know if I like that.
Was that in like the interview that he sat down for, or was that a different one?
With Gruden, yeah.
Oh no.
Was that the same one where he was talking about like, oh, I'd want to get like Max Crosby's tattoos or something? I saw a clip. He was in an interview and he was like, I'm gonna hit up Max Crosby for his tattoo guy. And I'm like, okay,
Kirko Chains coming. Coming soon to a theater near you.
God. Him in Las Vegas.
Apparently, he and Mendoza watched film together the other day.
Well,
Mendoza was in the building.
Talk about spitting image, you know.
Yeah.
But no. But all right. Well, we'll call the streamer. We made it to a cool, crisp 3 hours, and we didn't even have to use all that time on the actual mock.
It was way shorter than I thought it was going to be.
I know. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we were able to.
I forgot we're still on the air.
We are. I was ready just in case I had to make sure I hit that end stream button in case there's some dialogue.
In case I just say something
once John Gruden
wildly inappropriate.
Yeah, John Gruden comes on the show. We end the stream immediately. No free publicity for.
They got to hear all our Gruden talk, our Diana Rossini talk.
Yeah, Diana Rossini. Hopefully, she's having a good time wherever she's at right now.
Man, Shane walked into an all-timer.
Speaking of Diana Rossini, we had that whole conversation about like that and I opened Twitter like just to see if anything new had happened, and the first thing I saw was like an old tweet of hers, and it was just about her husband, and I was like, that's so on brand.
Well, I think I can end the stream by saying I hope all of you enjoy your time at home, and I hope that you have someone in your life who loves you more than Diana Rossini loves her husband. And we'll call it there. We'll see you guys.
And that's the end of round one. That's the end of round one.
That's the end of round one of the Epic Line.
Come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll
That's
see.
That's when the real draft happens.
Yeah, this is when because we have more picks in that part of it. We'll be back here around the same time as we were tonight. Hopefully we can also get the second and third round done in a reasonable amount of time so we can all do other things. But definitely was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys